Blog Talk Radio.
We've all got two wolves in us, a good one and a bad one, and they both want to eat. The best I can tell, we just got to feed that good one a little more than the other one. Happiness is an emotional response to an outcome. If I win, I will be happy. If I don't, I won't. It's an if-then, cause and effect, quid pro quo standard that we cannot sustain because we immediately raise it every time we attain it. You see, happiness demands a certain outcome. It is result reliant. And I say if happiness is what you're after, then you're going to be let down frequently and you're going to be unhappy much of your time. Joy, though, joy is a different thing. It's something else. Joy is not a choice. It's not a response to some result. It's a constant. Joy is the feeling that we have from doing what we are fashioned to do, no matter the outcome. Now, personally, as an actor, I started enjoying my work and literally being more happy when I stopped trying to make the daily labor a means to a certain end. For example, I need this film to be a box office success. You know, I need my performance to be acknowledged. I need the respect of my peers. All those are reasonable aspirations, but the truth is, as soon as the work, the daily making of the movie, the doing of the deed became the reward in itself for me, I got more box office, more accolades and respect than I ever had before. See, joy is always in process. It's under construction. It is in constant approach, alive and well in the doing of what we're fashioned to do and enjoying. And the easiest way to dissect success is through gratitude. Giving thanks for that which we do have, for what is working. Appreciating the simple things we sometimes take for granted. We give thanks for these things, and that gratitude reciprocates, creating more to be thankful for. It's really simple, and it works. Now, I'm not saying be in denial of your failures. No, we can learn from them too, but only if we look at them constructively, as a means to reveal what we are good at, what we can get better at, what we do succeed at. All right, life's a verb. We try our best, we don't always do our best. And since we are the architects of our own lives, let's study the habits, the practices, the routines that we have that lead to and feed our success, our joy, our honest pain, our laughter, our earned tears. Let's dissect that and give thanks for those things. And when we do that, guess what happens? We get better at them, and we have more to dissect. It's a get rich quick on the internet, richest 15 minutes of fame world that we live in, and we see it every day. But we all want to succeed, right? So the question that we got to ask ourselves is what success is to us, what success is to you. Is it more money? That's fine. I got nothing against money. Maybe it's a healthy family. Maybe it's a happy marriage. Maybe it's to help others, to be famous, to be spiritually sound, to leave the world a little bit better place than you found it. Continue to ask yourself that question. Now, your answer may change over time, and that's fine. But do yourself this favor. Whatever your answer is, don't choose anything that will jeopardize your soul. Prioritize who you are, who you want to be, and don't spend time with anything that antagonizes your character. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, man. It tastes sweet, but you will get cavities tomorrow. All right? Life is not a popularity contest. Be brave, take the hill, but first answer that question, what's my hill? Well, for me, it's a measurement of 5 things. We got fatherhood. We got being a good husband. We got my health, mind, body, and spirit. We got career, and we got friendships. These are what's important to me in my life right now. Because I want to keep all 5 in healthy shape. And I know that if I don't take care of them, if I don't keep up maintenance on them, one of them is going to get weak, man. It's going to dip too deep into the debit section. It's going to go bankrupt. It's going to get sick, die even. So first, we have to define success for ourselves. And then we have to put in the work to maintain it. Take that daily tally. Tend our garden. Keep the things that are important to us in good shape. Defining ourselves by what we are not is the first step that leads us to really knowing who we are. You know that group of friends that you hang out with that they really might not bring out the best in you? You know, they gossip too much, or they're kind of shady. They really aren't going to be there for you in a pinch. Or how about that bar that we keep going to that we always seem to have the worst hangover from? Or that computer screen, right? That computer screen that keeps giving us an excuse not to get out of the house and engage with the world and get some real human interaction. Or how about that food that we keep eating, the stuff that tastes so good going down, makes us feel like crap the next week, when we feel lethargic and we keep putting on weight? Well, those people, those places, those things, stop giving them your time and energy. Just don't go there. I mean, put them down. And when you do this, when you do put them down, when you quit going there, and you quit giving them your time, you inadvertently find yourself spending more time and in more places that are healthy for you, that bring you more joy. Why? Because you just eliminated the who's, the where's, the what's, and the when's that were keeping you from your identity. Like, trust me, too many options, I promise you this, too many options will make a tyrant of us all. All right, so get rid of the excess, the wasted time. Decrease your options. If you do this, you will have accidentally, almost innocently, put in front of you what is important to you by process of elimination. Knowing who we are is hard. It's hard. So give yourself a break. Eliminate who you are not first, and you're going to find yourself where you need to be. Make voluntary obligations. I'm talking about the ones that we make with ourselves, with our God, with our own consciousness. I'm talking about the you versus you obligations. We have to have them. Now, again, these are not societal laws and expectations that we acknowledge and endow for anyone other than ourselves. These are faith-based obligations that we make on our own. These are not the lowered insurance rates for a good driving record. You will not be fined or put in jail if you do not gratify these obligations I speak of. No one else governs these but you. They are your secrets with yourself, your own private counsel, personal protocols. And while nobody throws you a party when you abide by them, no one's going to arrest you when you break them either, except yourself. An honest man's pillow is his peace of mind. And when you lay down on that pillow at night, no matter who's in your bed, we all sleep alone. These are your personal Jiminy Crickets, and there are not enough cops in the entire world to police them. It's on you. It's on you. We do.
Looks good in this one. Roger. ACS arm switch is on. Okay, Victor. Landing rocket arm switch is on. Here comes the throttle. Circuit breakers in. We have separation. Inboard and outboard, they're on. We're coming forward with the side stick. Looks good. Roger. I've got a blowout. Number 3. Pitch to 0. Engine out. I can't hold altitude. Correction. Altitude is on. Trip selected. Emergency. Flight calm. I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
All right, everybody. Joseph Gibson here, podcasting. Restoring Our Republic here. I'm trying to connect a few things here. That was good, man. You saw that Nikki Haley thing there. It's just showing how people are awake out there. We know how you. Let's see. I gotta play this actually. Let's see. Let's play this one. Somebody snaps at Nikki Haley here. This is a good one. Let's see here.
Only way we will get that done. None of us want rewards. None of us want rewards.
That's how much she's supported, huh? Is she number 2 in the polls? You ever see that happen at a Trump rally? I mean, the whole crowd. We know where the money comes from. We know, says No new wars. Done with the military-industrial complex. We're sick of the wars. We want America first. That's what they were saying, in case you didn't hear it, because I know it was drowned out. That's right. We want America first. We're sick and tired of it. But that's the people that are awake out there. I mean, I don't know about most of the people anymore if they're awake. I just don't know. I mean, it's insane. I mean, even with these podcast shows, what are we accomplishing if we're not going to come together and come up with solutions? I mean, I'm not trying to criticize everyone's podcast show, but because even mine's the same way. But I want solutions, man. I'm sick and tired of it. You know, I mean, I don't want to sit here and bitch and complain and gossip. Like all little bitches, gossiping, talking about this, that, some things that we have no control over, things that we're never going to come in contact with. How many of you have met Donald Trump out there? How many of you shook his hand? How many of you have even got to say something to him? Me, I've only got to say something to him once, and that was real quick, like within 10, 15 seconds, and that was it. It was goodbye. So, you know, why talk about him? Unless something really major is happening. I mean, you know, it's trial and everything. I don't care with Joe Biden, the Biden laptop. Who cares if it exists or not? Who cares? Why are we wasting our breath on it? Why do we care? It's not affecting your daily life. It's not. What those people were shouting about in that crowd is what's facing you today, what's affecting your daily life. That's what's going down. This is what's affecting your daily life. Racial attacks on whites accelerate as MSM promotes tribalism and hides crime statistics. Let's see what that one. Let's pull that one up right here. That affects you if you live in the city. Oh yeah, great. This one, a video right here. Video. Racial attacks on whites accelerate. Look at this. There we go. 5 blacks beating up 1 white kid. Yep, got caught in the wrong neighborhood. Yep, happens every single day. Oh, the kid died here in the video, too. Where are the protests at for this, by the way? Where are the protests? I mean, look at me. Look at me. I'm a neo-Nazi, they say, because I have on my social media, our leaders are misleaders. I'm a neo-Nazi. That's what they said. That's what the ADL, that's the ADL article. That's what the ADL says in their article about me. That's the whole reason why I'm a neo-Nazi. That's why the ADL has me on their watch list, because I quoted, our leaders are misleaders. And they get that from this, by the way. This is where they get that from, by the way. This is where they got it from. Okay, hang on here. Let's see, where is it? I should play that. It's about 2 minutes long. I play it sometimes. A lot of times I play it. But this is what but I'm sure most of you who listen to the show know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those new listeners, and I see some numbers that I don't recognize here. This is what they were referring to here. I'm going to try. Here it is right here. Here we go.
I think at one time or another we've all questioned as to whether all that we see and are experiencing in our world has some sort of a rational plan behind it. Because we understand now that both the Republican and the Democratic Party in our country are basically run by the same people. The same money finances both sides. We now know, of course, through the work of many historians who have spent their life working on research to show us that both sides of world conflicts have always been financed by the same people. And as I've said before, there seems to be a method to the madness going on in the world. We know, of course, that we cannot depend on our leaders. Our leaders are misleaders. There is a science that they're following. They have their own agenda, and it doesn't include you.
That's it. I'm a neo-Nazi. That guy's a neo-Nazi for saying that. Yep. That's what it says in their article, too. Exactly what it says in their article. And then, of course, all the local media outlets, they ran with it. They run with it because what the ADL says is true. I've done some research on that group, and they're actually a communist organization. They're funded by a lot of shady characters. They've caused a lot of havoc and problems in this country. And they actually are against, I mean, they don't really promote anything but chaos. And they promote disorder. And we all know what disorder means because it says it on our dollar bills. Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is basically, one world order. Disorder, one world order. Disorder, and comes into one world order. So that's what it means, with the all-seeing eye there, the Egyptian pyramid. So that's what, and of course that now you're a conspiracy theorist if you believe that now. It's only on your freaking dollar bill. I mean, is that a conspiracy? Meanwhile, speaking of conspiracy theorists, that Liberal Dan show, the one there I was contacting, he censored me. I'm banned now because his listeners are offended by me. So I'm banned now. Liberals are famous for their censorship. They are such scary, scary, scary people that they have no pride, no type of courage whatsoever. They hide, they punch and run, and they hide behind they hide in the shadows. They have no courage. And when at times of war, they will lose every time. When it really gets down to it. But as long as they can hide behind something like they do today, they can hide behind their keyboards, their computers, their television monitors, the cameras, the TV, the newspapers, the black ink. They can hide behind all that stuff, you see. And they're winning because of that. But if we can expose them, and that's what I'm always trying to do, and you say, well, why are you calling Liberal Dan Show? Because that's what I'm trying to do is expose them. Because we're in an information war. And I'm trying to win that war with truth and honesty and courage, the spirit of resistance. What the founders taught us to fight with, our founding fathers. That's what I'm trying to do. So those of you that want to question that, because I know there's many out there that do. So is the name of the show Liberal Dan? Yes, that's the name of the show, Liberal Dan. Liberal Dan, yep. Big fat guy. You can't tell because you can only see his head, but I think he weighs like 400 pounds or something. So he's still like one of those guys. So, which I don't have anything wrong. Fat people, they're just no use to me. I mean, they can't do anything. I mean, what can they do? I mean, if you're ever in an emergency, what are you going to do? You can't use them for anything really because you have to carry them everywhere. I mean, what can they do? What can they do for you? I mean, what benefit are they to society other than a mouthpiece? I mean, other than that, I mean, unless they got knowledge and they could talk to you, could talk, help you out with talking. Other than that, they are no use. They can't work. All they can do is wobble around and eat. And eat up all the resources. But your turn. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That'd be good. Yeah. Hey, why not? Yeah, get everybody banned. I think, well, I know Montana Joe went over there once and he called in and he got the best of them, so he's probably banned too, I think. So, but yeah, that's what liberals do. So, but yeah, that other show, the video there, I had up the racial attacks on whites. I don't know if there's any words to it or not. So let me just probably play that real quick here.
And this is just tons of these videos every day. Standard deal. Stomp on somebody's head till they're dead. Here it is. And then they drag him out as he dies and throw him out the front door. There he is, dying, bleeding out the brain. And it's, hey, shoot a video of it, upload it. No second-order thinking. Hey, we just killed this guy. What's going to happen to us? Probably 6 months in jail.
Lie to you about what's happening now. InfoWars tells you the truth about what's happening next. Visit Infowars.com/show and share the link today.
Now, I see these clips of murders of white people every day. Shot in the back of the head, run over, beaten to death. You see it all the time. Some little white nerd is at school. Somebody grabs their headphones away, they grab back, and 15 black kids beat them to death. And when it happens, the media tries to cover it up. And when I posted last night a video that got millions and millions of views from a local newscast, the kid died. He was reportedly over trying to visit some friends at a house. Some older black teenagers were there and beating him to death. Leftists went on my X account, Real Alex Jones, and said that I was being racist. I'm not putting this out to demonize black people in general. If I started seeing videos everywhere of white people stomping black kids to death, I would put it out and say this is wrong. Or when we saw the Capitol Police famously shoot the black woman for no reason because she drove down the wrong road, and then it came out she was black, and I got all this praise from the black community saying, oh, you care about us. I said, I don't care if it's a black lady or a white lady, innocent murdered. I don't care if it's a black baby or a white baby being aborted. I'm against it. But the point is that the corporate media is trying to hide this because they're the ones promoting it. They're the ones pushing it. And it is 22-1 violent crime, black on white. Meanwhile, the FBI and the Justice Department go up and give press conferences with no evidence and say the number one crime is white supremacy. It's the number one threat. It's the number one cause of death from crime. That's totally made up. And now the FBI suppresses crime statistics. So it's a national sport to gang up and beat up and kill white people or push white people in front of subway trains. I mean, you know all about it, folks. I could play you hours of this. And I tell you what, because the leftists don't like me doing it, we're going to do a lot of it. How about that? In fact, let's play the latest video. Here it is. This kid died. We'll play it with audio. Where are the protests? I see new videos like this every day. The corporate media are pushing a narrative that white people deserve to die. The real white privilege is living in a world where it's open season on you if you're white. Here he is. He gets hit, knocked over, stomped on the head a bunch, cracks the skull, final kick in the head. You can tell that it opened up the arteries even bigger. He starts convulsing, drug outside to die. And guaranteed, you know, almost all these kids are liberal kids. Their parents are liberal, and they really think it's safe to be in a blue city in a community as a white minority. And if you think it's safe to be a white minority in these blue cities where people think whites are inherently evil, whites are inherently bad, it's bad to be inherently white, CNN, MSNBC, the colleges teach. You hear it all over the place. The college heads. And then it becomes a sport to beat and kill and shoot and stab white people. It's very, very sad. Whether you are black or white or old or young or Hispanic or Asian, you need to identify with American flags that you're pro-freedom, anti-crime, and that you're anti-racist. And you need to get out of the blue cities, no matter what color you are. But anybody that's a leftist, I don't care if they're white, black, or who they are, you need to shun them. You need to stay away from them, and don't turn your backs on them, because they are at war with you. I also see countless videos of innocent black men and women. I saw like 3 of them last week and put them on the list of it to get to them. In fact, guys, dig those clips out of just black men that go to work and have families, get out of their cars, and a group of black teens walk over and just shoot them in the back of the head and steal their computer bag. And then they're given a couple years in jail and let back out. So this scourge is attacking everybody, and it's extremely dangerous, and George Soros has literally been financing it. You can see the crime statistics where a black teenager rapes a woman, he gets 6 months in jail, beats her, and a white guy says the N-word and gets 5 years in prison, as if you can even do that. It's not even the law, but they still do it. And look, we have to understand this is going on. D.C. is unlivable now. Baltimore, unlivable. Chicago, unlivable. L.A., unlivable. San Francisco, unlivable. And by the way, it's not just black people acting like this. My cousin, not going to say his last name, it's private family stuff, but my mom's first cousin's son, good friends with him, big computer programmer with Microsoft, very successful, lived in San Francisco 12, 13 years ago. He's walking outside of a restaurant, and a homeless person asks for money. He gives him a 20. And I remember just asking before he died. He told me, what color was the person? It was a white homeless person. Bit him on the hand for giving the other homeless person money. He got so infected it caused a blood infection and almost killed him. Ate his kidneys, ate his liver, and then it took him a few years to die from it. So zombie-level crime, ladies and gentlemen. My cousin, Jeffrey, great guy, super smart. Remember fishing and hunting with him when I was a little kid. Bitten and killed by a blood infection by a homeless person. It took him a few years to die. He survived the first thing, and his organs failing, bounced back, but died later. So, any blue city now, including Austin, Texas, people say, why are you still here? I don't have the money to move these studios. As soon as I do, I don't know where we're going to move, what we're going to do. It'll be hard to get the crew to move, but I bet they want to leave. And nowhere's perfect, but anyone that goes to downtown Austin is crazy. Anyone that goes to Northeast Austin is insane. And, all right, I'm ranting here. I'm already getting into this. Go ahead and roll the
Well, there you have it. Yeah, and he's absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct. And these cities out there, and there's people out there that these are bad places. You go right here in not far from where I live. Come out of the country, you go into Greensboro. Don't go downtown Greensboro at night. Downtown Greensboro there, and then you go off into the other Martin Luther King Drive area at night. You won't be coming out of there if you're a white person. I can guarantee you that. Okay? That's how bad it is. It's true what he's saying. Back when I was a kid, this was years ago even, New Haven, Connecticut, Bridgeport, New Haven, Connecticut. New Haven. Ferry Street, Fairhaven, they called it Fairhaven. They didn't call it part of New Haven, they called it Fairhaven because it was so bad. It was, Puerto Rican blacks. So you get off exit 7, exit 8, exit 6, exit 5, exit 3. They didn't have a 4 because they blocked it off. It was so bad. Those exits right there, you got off those exits off of Interstate 91. You were driving into a death trap. Literally mobs of gang members just waiting for you. And that's true. That is 100% true. You can say, oh, no, that never happened. No, it's true. And the media covers it up. They've cleaned up a lot of that now, but it's still happening. But I'm talking about in Connecticut now. They moved to different sections of town. They clean it up, knock down the old buildings, the projects, and they rebuild them. Kind of. They got the Habitat for Humanity houses and everything. They build them all these nice new houses and move them in, and they destroy those, and then they knock those down and rebuild more. No, it's not your tax dollars paying for it. I don't want to hear that because that's not true. Federal Reserve pays for it. But still, the fact of the matter is, it's wrong. They could be using those resources to other things. But what are you going to do? You have to house people. I mean, these people don't work. They don't believe in working. They all just hustle and sling all day long. And, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to handle it? Education, I don't buy that. I believe it's a culture thing. I believe it's promoted in the media, newspapers, and it's pounded into people the way to think, dress, act, and look like. And it's cool, like the way they talk, Yeah, what up? That's cool. This ain't cool. It's not cool. And people want to, and that's why you see white people talk like that. What up? What up? What the hell are you talking about? Nothing wrong with being proud of who you are and where you come from. Oh, that's racist. That's racist too. Boy, oh boy, I'm going to be hit hard now after this show probably. I don't care. I am who I am, and that's it. I believe everybody has the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness as long as you don't hurt no one else. But of course, the media won't play that when I say stuff like that, will they? They won't. Because we know what they do. They twist it around. Look, they do it to Alex Jones. They do it. Come on, you guys know. You're awake. You must know this stuff's going on. Don't deny it. It's happening. L.A. isn't that bad. It's not like the 90s. Now that was when L.A. was bad. The great Rodney King was beating game on that time. Yeah, that's true. L.A. isn't that bad anymore. Yeah, early 90s. They switched, certain sections. But you go now San Diego area. So I know people that live out there. Some of those places are bad. You wear the wrong color of clothing. That's it. You're all done. Imagine that. You wear the wrong color clothing. They'll think you're in a gang and they'll shoot you and kill you. Anything we say is racist nowadays. Yeah, that's right. I'm reading from the chat room, folks. And they're doing it on purpose. They're doing it. They're turning the people against each other. You heard what he said? Yeah, whites are bad. That's what they teach you. Go listen to them. These people are grown up to think that. Go to the Black Panther show or whatever. Sometimes they call into this show. They can't stand white people. What's your problem? They think they deserve reparations. Even if you did deserve them, why should you get them? You weren't a slave, and you didn't suffer because of any slavery either. It has nothing to do with you. Those were your ancestors. Those were your great-great-grandparents, if that be the case. So what are you trying to collect? Just trying to collect something for free. Well, that's what they do, people who don't want to work and were angry at the system. That's a fact. But this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff, man. Attacking white people like that in cities and stuff, you venturing off into and nothing you can get. And what can you do about it? Well, we got to make changes. We got to change things. We got to start doing things differently. We have got to get these people in office out. That's for our misleaders. Our leaders that are misleaders. I'll say that. I'm going to say that every single show from now on. Our leaders are misleaders. Just because the ADL wrote about that. I will say that every single show. Somehow, some way, I'll get that in there. Just for the ADL. I wrote them a letter of demand, by the way, to take down that article because I'm going to be processing, obviously, a libel suit, a slander, defamation of character suit. It takes a long time, a lot of research you got to do because, to file stuff like that. Once I get it filed and it passes summary judgment phase, any lawyer in the country will pick it up then. So if I can get it past summary judgment, usually when you file a USC, a federal lawsuit like that, the first thing they do is they move for summary judgment, and a lot of times judges will grant it, especially when you're pro se. But if you can get past that, a lawyer will pick it up then, because you're definitely going to go to trial or settlement. So that's why a lawyer will pick a maggot lawyer will then pick it up. I have to say that too. I want to say that because that's what they are. They don't swear an oath to the Constitution. They swear an oath to the Queen of England Bar Association. Is that conspiracy theory too? Well, look that up. I don't think it is. I know it's not, as a matter of fact. So, anyway. Hello, Donnie C. in the chat room. Gen X 73, bringing it boy. Alaskan was in there. He took off. I don't know where he went. So, but anyway, phone number 657-383-0616. Like I said, anybody, they can remain screened. You don't have to give your name when you call in. You don't have to give your phone number. All you do is press 1, call in and press 1. Block your number even. So some people are afraid, because they don't want to be labeled a neo-Nazi. That's asinine, huh? And well, see, most of them cover their butts on that issue because they say alleged, right? But there are a couple like Vice News. They said I was one. That damn got you dinged in the head. Bam, you'll be paying me money soon. They flat out said I was one. What proof do you have? That are alleging a fact, and that's not. They can't do that. Can't do that because there are no facts. Because I'm not a neo-Nazi. I'm not. I mean, come on, man. Give me a break. Unreal. But yeah, what does it say? When you start quoting Hitler's Mein Kampf, that's when people might get you have some Nazi in. Yeah. Well, I've never even read Mein Kampf. To be honest with you, I have no interest in reading it. I heard it was pretty boring actually, and I'm not going to go by the reviews, 'cause I'm sure they slam it, but people who have read it, they said it was boring, so I won't waste my time reading it. What do I want to read that for anyway? So, from what I hear, or from what I've heard, most of the things in it just are completely, again, political theories by Adolf Hitler, who, he was a terrible, terrible leader. Terrible, especially military-wise. He made so many blunders during World War II. Completely. And for those of you that support him out there, you can't deny that. He declares war on the United States, for starters. Complete wrong move there, but I guess he had to because of the steel pact that he had with Japan. But still, why he declared war on the United States and you're already fighting a war on 2 other fronts? That's kind of suicide, don't you think? So. And another thing, too, a lot of people don't know about the fact about World War II, a historical footnote there, and even people that are neo-Nazis. This is one of the arguments I had with him, actually. He actually had 95,000 Jews serving in the military. That were Jews, actually, served in the military. Why they served, I don't know. I wasn't around there, I don't know. But it's a fact, though. He did have Jews who served in the military, in the Weimar. They weren't SS, they were in the Weimar, though. So Sarge knows that. I think Sarge actually educated me on that one. So if you're out there, Sarge, you can edify that for me or go into that. But because there's many people out there deny that. But anyway, this border thing, what's going on with this border, illegal immigration affects all 50 states. Of course, North Carolina's not doing nothing about it. So that's one of the issues there. I'm going to be coming up with some solutions on that and posting it out there. And because I'm doing a lot of direct mailing, I think that's a way to reach a lot of the voters in my district, direct mail. Of course, put the signs up. I don't think I'll get any type of debate or with my opponent. I don't think that will happen. I wish it would. I would like to. I'd like to talk about the issues. And I challenged the media when this thing was going down. I said, we going to do an interview about the issues, about the facts, about the things that are happening, that things that I would like to see done? Well, we will. Okay. And they probably lied anyway, so but it doesn't matter. At least I know what was said and what the truth was on everything. Yep. Speaking of him, there he is, right there in the chat room, right there. He just jumped in there. So Mr. Shabaka there. I was just talking about him, actually. Why no debate? They're scared. Yeah, I know. They won't do a debate with me. They won't. I would like one of you podcasters out there to contact the Republicans and or contact my opponent, reach out to him on Facebook, social media, and see if he'd be willing to do a phone interview with you guys, and have me on the other line, or do something, or have a moderation, some sort of question-answer thing, unscripted. Do that. Somebody, if I reach out and contact me, I'm not going to get an answer. It's a fact. I think to discuss the issues. This is my second time running against him. I never got a chance to really run against him the first time because there was a lot going on at that time, if you remember correctly. I was working for the DEA undercover by making undercover drug narcotics purchases in my area. So I was kind of busy, for starters. 54 arrests came out of that. I'm talking about fentanyl and, major disgusting drug dealers that are killing people in our community, helping kill people in our community, because we know the government allows a lot of stuff to come in. That's a fact. That is a fact. They're fighting it and allowing it at the same time. So it's insanity. But we won't get into that. We've already talked about those issues anyway. Everybody knows. Nobody, these mules aren't bringing all the drugs they're supplying our entire country in their suitcases, okay? That's not happening. You're not going to, because if you go to any town and city in this country, you can find drugs. So how can every single town and city be flooded with drugs and find it anywhere, and only these few people are coming across the border, bringing in a suitcase? Nah, it's coming in military planes, military transport vehicles, vans, tractor trailers. It's coming in every which way there is. Okay? the ports, U.S. ports. Come on. Look at Frank Lucas from North Carolina. Go back there when he was smuggling the heroin. Military planes, for God's sake. Come on. People don't want to. People like to deny that stuff, though. Why? You're making the problem worse. There's just some things you shouldn't talk about. No, we should talk about everything. You don't need to hide. Be transparent. There's no reason to hide everything. No reason for it. What did JFK say? It's a secret society, secret groups. It's not what our country's about. And I guarantee you, folks, they are listening to this podcast somewhere, somehow, some way, or they'll download it. Somebody, my opponents out there, they're just waiting for me to say something off cue or off the wrong way so they can use it against me. Because I guess what I say on here is just absolute, going to be happening tomorrow. I thank them for giving me so much credit, but come on, I'm not all that. Come on. I was on Howard Stern. That was a joke, but But anyway. Phone number 657-383-0616. Anybody wants to, I know we got a few people on the board here. We got about 7 people on the board here listening through the phone. So if you want to press 1 and talk about the issues today. Where are you idiots going to learn how to, well, I'm bad at spelling too. So, because I'm typing so fast and the key, I hit the wrong letters on the keys, hey. So hello, Robert from Conservative Nation. But we got to play his commercial he made for me. But I got to play that. Everyone else is playing except for me. Let me see. I got to get that up here real quick. It's about a minute long. He did a good job on this video. Did a real good job on it. I appreciate it. That's helping me. It really helps me out, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Got to get the video up here. Here it is, right here. Here we go. Well, it's probably gonna be a commercial here in the beginning. Nope.
Joseph Gibson is running for the House of Representatives in North Carolina's District 65. We have to start voting for patriots who love this nation, and Conservative Nation media proudly endorses him. Joseph Gibson is one of those patriots, and it's not too late. We need to start realizing that there is not a different truth for everyone, as the liberals say. There is only one truth. A vote for Joseph Gibson for North Carolina's District 65 will help bring back the integrity Americans have been missing. Paid for by the Committee to elect Joseph Gibson to the North Carolina House District 65. See you at the polls, patriots.
There you go. Not bad. Thank you very much for that. I put the word out there, and he was the only one that came through for me, so thank you. I appreciate it. I get elected, like I said, fight for the issues that are important, not, that concern us all people, all of us, even people that don't support me. You're still a citizen of this country. And in my district, you got to fight for everybody. When something is done wrong or unconstitutional, you got to stand up for what's right. These people with the casino issue here in North Carolina, I think I might do a show about that next week. I might get into a little depth about this casino issue. I'm trying to find out a lot of the research and where this money is coming from and get the latest on it. I haven't heard anything else about it really other than the lawsuit that the county filed, the citizens there that were against it, and I didn't hear anything else about it after that, except what I brought up. So we'll talk about that. Let me get a caller here raise their hand. Private caller, go ahead.
Good evening, Joe. Let's get ready to rumble. Shabaka Sanquari right here. I'm the co-executive producer of the podcast Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced Tonight. I disagree with your first individual who said that black people go attack whites, which is not true. You know our number, Joe. Bring your whole crew with you, and what we're talking about tonight.
Hang on, Shabaka. Hang on now. I don't interrupt you when you talk. I give you the floor and everything, but come on, no, you can't punch and run now. What do you mean it's not true? Give me the numbers on it then. Give me the numbers.
It's not true, Joe. It's not true, Joe. It's not true. All that is propaganda and nasty hatred to hate black people in the United States.
It's in the video. There's a video, Shabaka. They're kicking them in the head.
Joe, are you talking about a case in the city of Las Vegas?
I don't know where. Hang on, I'll check.
Okay.
Let's see here. Well, it doesn't say where. Let's see. The kid died with a protest. It doesn't say Las Vegas. I don't know where. But he's kicked in the head, and they drag him out the front door, and he died. He died. I mean, the kid died.
Okay.
It wasn't an act.
Joe, in your state, white people were hanging black people, man, for recreation. That's why they called them picnics. Look at him and Till. I notice you don't talk about that. Look what they did to
I did.
in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? You don't talk about that. Then look at what
when
they
was
do
the
to
last
the
time this happened, Shabaka?
to Emmett Till is that they had went on and they started using it for target practice. Same thing they do with Fred Hampton's tomb, man. I mean, come on, man, get real, man. Also, too, the dump. Okay, hold on. The dump. Okay, he's a sexual pervert. Okay, I hope he gets convicted. Okay, the man is sick. They're saying that he is mentally unstable to run for the office of the presidency. Now get this: Joe Biden is just as bad as because the dump and Biden are two sides of the same coin. We will be crumb bumming on the Congressional Black Caucus shortly. You guys are welcome to come in. They don't represent us, Warlock, Hadnock, you know what I'm saying? They just a bunch of ass-scratching Uncle Toms, and we're going to tell them as such. It's because they do not do nothing for black issues. They serve themselves, commonly referred to as sellouts, okay? And then if black people were citizens truly of this country, the police would not be murdering unarmed black people until Sarge
I agree. I agree.
Okay, hold it. Tell Sarge that he is hereby reported to report for duty that Shabaka's black experience enhanced in 1 hour and 13 minutes. And also, too, we appreciate Sarge on our last show for Grand Rising. We had a time with Sarge. We wore him out, you know what I'm saying? But Sarge is Sarge. What can we say? You know what I mean? I'm not an integrationalist. Integration did not work. Dr. Martin Luther King
Can I ask you a question now?
Excuse me, let me finish my last sentence, and then I'll answer your questions, and I'll be happy to do so.
Oh, very good.
Dr. King admitted his mistake that he led black people into a burning house with integration. Go ahead with your questions.
Well, okay, my question of it is, first let me make a statement. I agree with you. Police should not be killing any unarmed people in this country. Now, if they're killing blacks, that's wrong too. However, with that being said, let's look at the numbers on that. Do you have numbers on that by chance? Black versus white cop shooting? Because if I remember correctly, the number of whites that are killed by cops are astronomically, proportionally higher than they are blacks. And don't tell me the population thing, because it happens in cities.
Sir, that is none of my concern. I'm worried about my people first. Okay. Also, too, keep in mind them neo-colonialist African leader puppets that you got. You know, once again, they're just a verge or another version of white supremacy. Also, too, Joe, 3 black young people lost their lives in the U.S. military yesterday or the day before. What do you have to say about that, Joe?
Well, I didn't know they were black, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were black, but I would like to say. Well, I'd like to say about that. Well, you're going to let me answer?
Okay. First, I just want to let you know the source of the information is a platform you disagree with, which I call Cartoon News Network. CNN can kiss my ass. But go ahead, man.
All right. Well, I agree with you there for once. I believe that we should retaliate. And look, they killed our soldiers. We got to retaliate. They were serving our country, my country anyway. You don't consider the United States your country, I guess. So we should retaliate. Whoever did it, if it was Iran, then we take Iran out. That's it. Period.
Yeah. Okay, it's very, very interesting, Joe, is because, like I said, Trump and Biden are two sides of the same coin of racist white supremacy. The United States was built on slave labor. Okay.
Chewbacca, what would make you happy as an American? What would make you happy as an American? You don't like our country. What would make you happy?
Sir. Oh, cut the goddamn check. $200 trillion in tangibles and reparations.
Money.
Not necessarily money.
Okay, all right.
Really,
again, that's why I asked you.
But hold on, Joe. And then keep in mind the reparations issue really need to be studied good, and this is why I'm crumb-bumming on these coons, Congressional Black Caucus, who are more worried about massa than their own people, as Minister Malcolm X had stated. And I saw him speak, by the way. You have the field Negro and you have the house Negro. The field Negro will say, go to the house Negro and say, hey, man, let's escape. Let's run away.
But Chewbacca, you can't control how they think.
Okay, excuse me. But what the house Negro
will
say,
Chewbacca.
What's better than what we got here? That is pathetic. And by the way, the Super Bowl will be here in Las Vegas. I'm not paying to see it. And for the nosebleed seats, they won $1,100. The NFL can kiss my ass. And then I don't appreciate the dump when Colin Kaepernick exercised his First Amendment right. No, I'm not going to say that because that man sacrificed his career for standing up for what he believed in protest.
His career, he stunk, Chewbacca. He wasn't a good quarterback. Come on now.
Okay, hold it. Then when the greatest heavyweight boxing champion of all time sacrificed his prime years for what he believed in, I posted it. Facebook hits me, well, we banning you for 30 days. That's hate. You do not sit up there and love somebody, man, who is dedicated to your destruction. Look at Frederick Douglass. He was the victim of the white raping, slave trading pedophile. He beat the slave owner's ass for about 2 hours, and he had to get out of town. Okay, he left Baltimore. He became a seaman, worked the seas, went to San Francisco, California, which is another cesspool. You see what I mean? Because that's where your current vice president is from, Kamala Harris. I don't have no love for her. You see what I mean? And the sad part about the deal is, Joe, is that black people must do for self, period. Integration didn't work. Dr. King realized that before he was assassinated.
But Chewbacca, you're not going to make everybody think like you and do what you want. So that you're never going to be happy then.
Joe, you're not going to make everybody think like you and what you want. And
I don't want to.
There, man, who's an avid racist, you know what I'm saying? He's probably related to George Wallace. Old frog face. Segregation yesterday, segregation day, segregation tomorrow. And then look at
Chewbacca. You live in yesterday. I mean, I respect the fact that you like your history, but can we talk about today?
Sir, yeah, those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. Now, getting on to this asshole by the name of Elon Musk, okay? Elon Musk belongs in fucking jail, man, okay? Because this bastard now wants you to have a brain chip implanted into your brain. You see what I'm saying? So therefore,
I got somebody here on the line here. Chewbacca. Hang on. I don't know who this is here. Go ahead, 323.
Yeah, I'd just like to know if Chewbacca would be open to a debate with Sarge if I'm the moderator. This is Joe from Montana.
Hey, Joe, how you doing? Oh, Sarge, well, man, it's going to have to be a while because Sarge is heavy. You know, Sarge got knowledge. You know, Sarge knows how to work napkin holders, man, for lethal weapons. You know, Sarge, you know, he's got a lot of knowledge, so I'm going to have to do some reading. And then just send me, you know, what the topics are because the sources of my information are wrong.
Doesn't matter what the topic is. You name the time and the date, I'm sure he'll show up. And with me as a moderator, there'll be certain rules. There won't be any meandering. There won't be any discussions that go off the topic. I'll be interrupting a lot, and I'll be making sure that the conversation stays on point. But you can name the place.
What is your name, sir?
The time. I'm sure he'll be there.
Okay, and what is your name, sir?
I'm Joe from Montana.
Joe from Montana. I think you and I have spoken before. Yeah, I visited your state of Montana, man. It's beautiful up there. Okay, but Joe from Montana. Yeah, I think you and I have spoken before. I think you called into our podcast.
We called in once, and I called in a few times, but I wasn't picked up.
Okay, yeah, because
they like to mute people and deny them access a lot. They like to do that, especially me.
Joe, I'm the executive producer of it, man. Just like you're the executive producer of yours. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot. And then if you gentlemen are interested, right after you, Joe, we appreciate your feedback. Is because we're crumb bumming on the Congressional Black Caucus. Oh, we're going to crumb bum on them bad. I just hope I don't get banned again. But anytime you speak against the popular version of what is truth, you're always hated and what have you. And
that's very true.
And
that's why I think that you and Sarge, because you and Sarge go at it, but if you do it in an organized manner with me as the moderator, I think that after one session, no more than two, everything that you want to say will be out there in the air, just like it is, and it will be done in a way that people will be able to understand and hopefully to each other's satisfaction.
Okay, all right. What you could do, sir, join me in my chat room tonight, okay, and write down the information, man, of what you were speaking of, and I'm not going to mention it on the air because I want to write down some notes right here. Let Sarge know the source of my information is going to be Henry Louis Gates Jr.
All right, so you got it lined up then for the debate then, okay? So we'll announce it on my show when the debate will be. Now, what platform are you going to do it on? We're going to do it on your platform, Shabaka?
Oh, most definitely.
Absolutely.
I don't like that, Joe. Because how you going to have control over everything?
It doesn't matter where it is, just as long as I'm the moderator and the regulations and rules are get conformed to. That's all.
Okay.
Man, we'll sit down, we talk. You know what I'm saying? We have to look over what you're saying and whatnot. But however, sir, you're welcome to call in tonight. You know what I'm saying? And bring all your hatred on the Congressional Black Caucus, particularly Tim Scott. He is pathetic. Okay,
Shabaka. Well, Shabaka, the only answer that you gave though is that the only way you're going to be happy and stop complaining about the way things are in this country. I'm trying to make solutions to fix things in this country, repair things, where we can have a better government, a better place where, and you say you want money, though. You want money.
No, it's not so much money.
No. Not only just money, but he does want to repair what's going on in America also. There's a black perspective. A lot of times they're congruent. Other times they're very, very, very much apart, light years apart. When we have a debate, not the kind of usual debate, Joe, you know what kind of debate that I hold on. So when I do my debate, therefore, the real solutions, the real questions will be asked and answered, and the real narratives will be out there, hopefully to the satisfaction of both Shabakis and Sarge.
Oh, yeah.
Because we never get to the bottom of it. We never get to the bottom of it either other way.
Okay, Sarge is kind of like my Joe Frazier with the Thriller in Manila and Ali. You know what I'm saying?
He did knock down Ali with a beautiful left hook.
Okay, say that again, though.
I said he did knock down Ali with a beautiful left hook.
Oh, it was perfectly timed. Yes, you are correct, sir. And then I will give it to Yancey Durham, Joe Frazier's trainer, for that. They did concentrate on the left hook. But, however, look at the Thriller in Manila when Joe was battered so bad, where Eddie Fuchs had to tell Joe these classic lines. Sit down, son.
Instead of whooping.
And Ali
that was the fight that was closest to death of any fight that he ever was in.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, that was Ali's last great fight, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this isn't a boxing show.
Okay,
we're trying to talk
Joe. Okay, well, anyway, Joe, I'm going to have to go up here and line up my show right here because I'm having problems, with my cell phone. I have to go buy another one. You guys probably fried it, you know what I'm saying? And then you guys...
What did we do? What did we do? What did you say we did? Oh, God.
LOL, Joe. Okay, not you, man, but white.
Hey, you know what, though? Even though he may be around, both of my phones, I've got a brand new phone. It's only about 3 weeks old. Plus, the other phone that I have is relatively new, only a few months. I've been having problems with them at the same time. I wonder if something is going on in the air. Maybe the 5G, maybe some sort of transmission is going out there that they're testing?
Yeah, all that. Yeah, all that.
All right, Chewbacca. Well, I'll try to come over and listen in tonight. I know I won't get to say very much, but I'll see what I can do.
However, though, it is a full house. Okay, I am going to tell you, Joe, as you already know, it will be a RBG house, but we'll try to make it as fair as possible. Just don't get disrespectful. And the only thing that I ask, if we disagree, let us disagree agreeably, because everybody has a. You see what I'm saying? Everybody comes from a background. Okay, and Elon Musk belongs in jail for human rights violations. Somebody's going to put chips in people's brains. So guys like you, Joe, guys like me, guys like Sarge, they want to put these fucking chips in our brains. So when they don't dig us, they'll just simply go ahead and kill us.
No, I don't know. Maybe Musk does because, of course, he's part of the globalist movement. But I doubt that if Sarge wants to put chips in the brains, I doubt if Joe does. And I certainly don't want to put chips in the brains. It's a voluntary thing. And, of course, when they start offering it, they will lie about it, and those people with chips in the brains will turn into zombies.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, most definitely. Silicon Valley is dangerous, you know what I'm saying? But, however, the current vice president, old Kamala Harris, when she was a U.S. senator in California, she rejected a measure on the ballot to restrict those assholes. So I'm not a fan of Kamala Harris. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a quick question, Chewbacca. What would it take, Chewbacca, for me to get your groups or your people, support here in North Carolina? I guess you could say.
Okay, Joe.
And for me to vote for me.
Okay, Joe, you're going to have to get with me, man, because I got to go on the air right now. Okay.
All right.
The number, Joe. Okay, Joe, you know the number.
I'll ask the same question tonight. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right, Chewbacca. Okay. Good luck.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, there you go, Chewbacca there from his, Black Experience, Joe? Black Panther movement, a section of the Black Panther thing?
I don't know if it's part of the Black Panthers, but the Black Experience, I think, is part of the name of the show, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's a new baby branch of the Black Panthers, I guess, or something. I know he's associated with them somehow. A new Black Panther Party, I think he called it once. So, but anyway, what's the news media got to say about that now? I just had someone like that on my podcast show. Am I still a neo-Nazi? What am I now?
Well, Joe, you forgot to show up at the neo-Nazi committee that I was heading, and you forgot to show up.
Unbelievable. Oh boy, you missed the beginning of the show. The whole reason why the ADL wrote that about me is because I play a clip that says our leaders are misleaders. That's what their article bases the foundation of me being a neo-Nazi on. Do you believe that?
No.
You think there's no way everybody in the country would be that stupid.
Well, the ADL, I think, used to be okay, but now everything is anti-Semitism and everything is Hitler behind every rock. But I think they used to be somewhat fair years ago. But then again, every organization that used to be at least semi-patriotic has been infiltrated with the Marxist bastards that have come from the CCP and, of course, from Russia and, of course, from the Rothschilds. So I'm not surprised about any of our organizations, which are supposed to be humanitarian and supposed to be freedom watchdogs. No more.
Yeah, I agree. As soon as you hang up, Joe, or you go, I don't know how long you're going to stay with me. Usually you come and go pretty quick. I'm going to call this telemarketer here, these health insurance sellers. These guys are clowns, man. I mean, they are harassing everybody. Have you been getting them? This affordable health insurance clowns that call you?
No, I've been getting emails. I want to listen to this because I used to be a former marketing director, and my forte was telemarketing. So I like to hear how they handle it. Yeah, I was doing telemarketing for years, number one in a couple of companies, and like I said, I worked my way up to be a marketing director.
How did you handle it? How did you handle it? I mean, what was the trick? Really?
I enjoyed it. The trick was being with the right company. If you're with a schlock company, really not too much you can do. But if you're with a good company that has a good product, then you can offer the product in a way that's appealing to what the prospect really needs. And if you do it in an open, honest way, and instead of trying to, like so many telemarketers do, they like to try to gab you into a sale. They like to try to high pressure you into a sale. They like to talk around what you need to try to get you into a sale. They try to razzle dazzle you into a sale. But if you actually have a good product.
I called Lowe's department store today and asked them if I could set up a table or just hand out some flyers for a couple hours in front of their store, for my campaign, And I told them, I said, and they said, no, we don't allow that. And I said, well, I saw the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts out there a couple months ago. I said, you allow them? Why not? That's kind of, discrimination, I mean, they're corporate.
Well, no, that's a good rebuttal. Yeah, what they're saying is we don't allow it for anybody. And you said, well, you allowed it for them. Why not for me? I am trying to make reform here in this particular city. The Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, they're representing growing, inculcating kids with good values. I'm a person who is trying to make sure that those values work for all of us. So why not me? So,
Yeah, that's basically what I said, pretty much. Not as well as you said that, but he said immediately what they always come out with, it's our policy. It's our policy. That's what he said.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you can call them hypocrites. You say, look, if your policy says you're not supposed to have any type of advertisements or posts or organizations in front of your store, then why are the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts there?
Yeah. I tried contacting their corporate office, but I got tied up with some other things and got distracted. I'll try to follow up on that tomorrow and get an official statement from them.
Well, I'd be interested in what you have to say to the telemarketer. I want to hear how he handles it.
Yeah. All right, well, let's give him a call. Hopefully I got the right number here. If not, I'll have to look up his number. But let's see. I think this wasn't the right one. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, I'll put myself on mute because I might get pissed off if he acts like a moron.
Yep. It says dialing. I don't know.
Okay.
Joe was talking,
I
don't know. Yeah. Hello. It says dialing, so I don't know. Hello. I don't know what happened. Let me try it again. Hang up and try it again. All right. Here we go. All right. He puts himself on mute. He hung up on himself. All right. Good. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Boom. Try this. No, nothing. It says dialing. What's this? Another failure? Hello? No. Blog Talk Radio. Hello? All right. This could be something wrong with Blog Talk Radio. It might be. I don't know. But no, it could be the screen. All right. Let's see. It says dialing. So let's disconnect. That could be the wrong number. I'll get the right number. These guys are something else, though. Let me tell you. Cancel that call. Okay, cancel that call. Hang up. Okay. I'll get the right number here. Hang on. This is live radio. So I just popped up in my head to do this. I should have been more prepared, but let me see here. Well, here you go. Here's one, Joe. Here's one right here. You'll like this one, Joe, if you're listening. Here's one. Where's my pens when I need it? My pen here. You guys love this one. This is a better one, actually. Try this one here. Let me write down the number first, though, so I can get it right. Okay. These guys have been hounding me for a week now, and I don't, it's a security company, supposedly. So let's see here. 33. Okay, we'll do that one. We'll do that one while I get the other number for the. Let's see. Oh, I got 238. Okay, I gotta make sure I got the right number. All right. 833. Okay, let's do this. 833. Got it. Okay, here we go. We'll try. Joe, you'll like this one. This one's a good one. All right. Say you want to see how they handle it. So here we go. 833 2238 0433. Is it 0433? Yeah. 3. All right, here we go. This one we should get somebody on here. Let's see here. Here we go.
Welcome to ADT. To maintain excellent service, all calls to and from ADT may be recorded. To start new ADT service for your home, press 1. For your business, press 2. For a scheduled installation, press 3. If you are already an ADT customer, press 4.
If I can't press nothing.
To start new ADT service for your home, press 1. For your business, press 2. For a scheduled installation, press 3. If you are already an ADT customer, press 4.
There we go. All right, I should connect this now for the second time. Usually 2 or 3 times they'll connect
To
it.
start new ADT service for your home, press 1. For your business, press 2. For a scheduled installation, press 3. If you are already an ADT customer, press 4.
Let's see here. No,
Sorry,
I'm not going to get
I'm
this.
still having trouble with that. To get your call to the right security specialist, I need to know why you're calling today. If you are already an ADT customer, press 1. For a new home security system, press 2. For new business protection, press 3. For a new medical alert system, press 4.
Now connect me.
To get your call to the right security specialist, I need to know why you're calling today. If you are already an ADT customer, press 1. For a new home security system, press 2.
All right, hang on, Joe.
For new business protection, press 3.
It's on mute. Go ahead, Joe. You back on, Joe?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it doesn't give me a prompt on my on Blog Talk to press 1 or 2. I mean, and I don't have my other phone where I could do it.
Really? No. You should have a little keypad there. Press the keypad, and maybe it'll expand to show you the numbers.
No,
You
I'm
have
not connected.
some sort of.
Yeah, I'm not connected with Direct Connect. It won't do it. I know what you're talking about. That keypad.
You're using Direct Connect? Oh, okay.
No, I'm not using Direct Connect, so I don't have that keypad.
Oh, you're not.
No,
You don't have
it
a
won't do
keypad?
it.
Oh, okay.
You know, remember, I'm on a PC.
Well, you had it.
I'm on a.
Yeah, but you dialed in, so those. Why can't you use the keys that
Because
you use to dial in?
I'm calling in through my phone. I'm calling in through a landline phone. That's why. So I don't have a keypad. On my phone, I can't call. I can't press nothing. I'm connected through Blog Talk through my phone through Blog Talk. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're using a landline. You're using a headset, right?
Yes. So if I'm connected to Blog Talk, I'm using Blog Talk's phone line to call these people. So what I'm doing is I'm on my little phone icon on the screen. I'm clicking on that to call a guest. Okay, and then I got to in the box. I got to type in the number. There's no keypad there in that box.
Well, just press the keypad anyway. See what happens. If you hear a beep, then it went through.
On my phone.
If you don't hear a beep, yeah.
I'll try it. Hang on. All right, let's see here. We're calling first.
That's how I used to call into Blog Talk all the time with my landline.
Welcome to ADT. To maintain excellent service, all calls to and from ADT may be recorded. To start new ADT service for your home, press 1. For your business, press 2. For a scheduled installation, press 3. If you are already an ADT customer, press 4.
Press 1.
I did. It's not doing it. It won't do it. It's on my phone.
No?
To start new ADT service for your home, press 1.
I don't know why.
For your business, press 2. For a scheduled installation, press 3. If you are...
Mute him. Let me mute him. I got to...
Tell you what.
Let me try.
Call. Okay.
What's that? Hang on. Let me try.
Maybe you can teleconference me using a... Can you call back in with a cell phone? No, your show would stop then.
Yeah. Okay. No, I can't do that. Well, wait a second.
I'll tell you what.
Here.
Try this. Call me using your phone. See if we can teleconference, and then I'll use my keypad.
So how do you want me to call you? Do you want me to call you through Blog Talk or through my phone?
Through your phone, I guess.
Okay. And then what will happen to Blog Talk then? Because I'm connected through Blog Talk, so they'll hang up on everybody, won't it?
I don't know. All right, forget it. We'll work it out another time.
Yeah. I think, all right, hang on a second. Let me try something else here. I don't want to disconnect the show here. Hang on. Let me see here.
If you disconnect me, I'll just listen. I'll just call back in. No problem.
Yeah, I know, but I can't disconnect everybody else that's listening because then they you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right, hang on a second here. Let me try something else here. Where is the direct connect on my studio screen anyway? I don't even see it. You know that? I don't even see it.
Yeah. You have to ask Lorianne about that because I don't use direct connect.
Where's she at?
She's busy.
Just ask questions. Ask questions. Busy, supposed to be listening to our show.
Oh, man.
Yeah, supposed to be busy listening.
Yeah, well,
like
right.
Busy.
Yeah.
Right. What are we going to do when we go to war? You know?
We're going to be busy.
You know me, I'll call everybody out. I call people out, man. Where are you? Why aren't you listening, you know?
I know. Why
aren't you voting for me, man?
Where's Joe?
Why aren't you voting for me now? You know?
Yeah.
So, anyway. All right. Well, anyway, guys, we got any other callers want to jump in here real quick? I mean, because the board is pretty low. I mean, what's going on here? I'll tell you what, Joe, I'll be honest with you. My show has gone down with ratings. I mean, I have not.
Why?
Ever since I kicked the Republic off, my show has been going downhill. I mean, really.
Oh, that's because they had their followers calling in or listening. So it doesn't matter because that Republic, they're in delusional land. They're in la la land. So those people who were calling in, they were in la la land too. They probably didn't even know they were using a cell phone. They probably thought it was some kind of
thing. I got somebody putting their hand up now. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. Let's see who this is. Here we go. Hello, private caller.
Hey, buddy. How are you, sir? I send my greetings from all over the world to you guys. And my name is Mike. We talked to you many times.
I remember you. I remember you from a long time ago. Where you been?
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
yeah.
pretty good. Hey, my friends, I have a first-class intel for you for Iran situation room that United States of America very, very soon. I say the next 96 hours.
Okay, give it to me. Tell me what's going on.
96 hours or less, United States is going to attack Iran, and it will be a hell of the time coming. And also we have intel that Biden chicken out a little bit and sent a message to the heads of Iran. Why? I don't know. He says, well, we are going to strike you guys, but don't respond to us. Okay, what the F is that, my friend? Come on. Go ahead.
Why would he send a message to Iran? Why would he do that? Why would he send a message to Iran?
Because he says, well, we are going to strike you, but then please don't respond to it. But then Iran said, oh, we are going to respond massively to you guys. I mean, what the hell? Come on. I mean, if you want to do something, go ahead and do it. You are the eagle of USA. And that's why we are pissed.
No, I wouldn't want that, Michael, because of any... We could fend off any country, unless they have ICBMs. But if they're going to use even Iran or any of the other countries to invade us, they will make sure that Iran and the other countries have a good toehold here, because they want America to lose. That's
right. It's not our business to tell them, well, we are coming to hit you, but don't respond. Okay, what the essence?
Why do you do that, Joe? You know, that's treason.
Well, of course, that's why. That's the state we're in today. Politicians are treasonous. Biden's a traitor. Don't forget, he made a speech on the floor years ago in favor of the New World Order, openly, just like Bush Sr. did, okay? So we are populated by traitors. The traitors want us to lose. Why do you think we have, in the last 2 years, Biden let in what, over 1 million illegals? Over 1 million illegals in this country, okay, spread out like cockroaches. And what are they doing? They're finding some place to live, right? That's because the government's paying for their room and board, and these stupid illegals communities like that one that has 70,000 illegals in that community. 70,000. They want our country to go down.
Exactly. We have no problem with Texas because Texas is closing borderlines, and they are sending troops now. Open it up. Let the people. It's a country like for example, North Korea. If you go 1 inch inside North Korea, they grab you, take you to their FEMA camps. Okay, and
Can I talk a little louder, Mike? Can I talk a little bit louder? I can barely hear you. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm telling you that in North Korea, if you go 1 inch into the North Korean authorities, you will be taken and you will be sent to FEMA camps. But here, they want to kill us, and they also let the people come. We will have no country very soon, my friend.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. Open borders, yeah.
Whoever came legally, who are the U.S. citizens, who are the Constitution of the United States is their mother, that's fine. But we cannot keep giving them food stamp, medical, and everything else.
Mike, hang on. We got all that, but hang on. What you're saying is that your resources have said that within the next 96 hours we're going to attack some installation in Iran, or is it going to be an attack on one of their proxies?
No proxy. They are direct going to go inside Iran and they will attack. But right now, as we have other intel showing that we cannot say it on the air, because of other groups and other things we cannot. But we know that there are many refuelers left United States to the London, and from London to other countries.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. All right, you don't got to say no more. Okay, I know where you're getting that from. Okay, all right, yeah. The flight patterns and everything. Yeah, all right. But and I see what you're saying. I'm not going to go. I know where you're getting some of this information from. Well, I looked at that too, but I don't know if that's really 100% accurate. Are we going to retaliate, Mike? I think they will. But with Biden and this administration, it'll be something so minute and small, it'll be an embarrassment like he has been doing. I think, in my opinion, anyway. What do you think?
Biden is a sissy because, if the Donald Trump was, Trump would be already responded long time ago. Since Saturday.
Oh, I know.
Donald Trump. If Donald Trump was the president of USA, he would be already.
Mike, you're talking old news there. We all understand that. If Trump was president right now, yes. We know right now there'd be a parking lot in Iran, yes. There was no need to spew those words. We already know, yes. We got the wrong guy in the corporate office right now in D.C. handling things. We know that. But you can't tell that to, 45% of the country. They love Biden or these liberals, and he does no wrong, and Trump's the Satan, No,
Trump is caring for this country, and he
I got somebody in the chat room, Mike. Mike, somebody in the chat room says, the attacks will come probably sometime simultaneously within late tomorrow or the next day after that. Well, that's self-evident.
Yeah, 96 hours is from right now I'm speaking. So it can happen tonight, it can happen tomorrow, it can happen. 96 hours, that's the last point of no return. But we hope, we Iranian, American, we hope that they put all IRGC camps, everything out, because we want freedom in Iran. Without freedom in Iran, World War III.
Well, they want freedom. Yeah, they want freedom in Iran. That's fine. Yeah, I know. But you know what? They want freedom in Mexico. They want freedom in Venezuela. They want freedom in South Africa. You know what? Hey, what are we? The America can only take so many people. Fight for it like we did. Fight for it. We had no borders to run to. In 1776, where were we running to?
In Iran, there is no security for anybody.
Yeah, but anybody want to talk on the phone here? Anybody wants to connecting through the phone? You got to press 1. You got to press 1. So if I can see that you want to talk, if you be on screen, uncensored, whatever, you don't have to give your phone number. But when you call in, you got to call in and press 1 if you want to speak. So I know people just don't understand that, which I understand. They don't give you instructions when you call in, but and I'll bring you on. Okay. All right. There we go. We got somebody who wants to come on now. All right, Mike, hang on. Go ahead there.
Okay.
You're unmuted.
Okay, sir. Two attacks coming late tonight through tomorrow. Simultaneously, they're going to apparently do it. And I've never heard of a stupid-ass fucking president telling people when they're going to do their attacks. What a jack-off.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Everybody watch your language, please. Come on Facebook Live, please. I don't want to get kicked off Facebook, okay?
I can't believe that mentality to just go ahead and broadcast it. And Blinken does the same thing on stage. They talk about it. They can't even keep track of their own people at the higher echelon, But, oh, God, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I know.
And we got
I know, I
months
understand.
of Biden. 12 more months of Biden. Now, I'm going to tell you
and they're going to pull out all the stops, right, Joe? Right,
yeah.
Joe? They're going to pull out all the stops.
They're bringing in by the train load in a minute, I guarantee you, because they're going to give the big middle finger to everybody on their way out, and that's going to say, here, Trump, if he wins or whatever, they're going to say, here, now you deal with it. He can't fix that in 4 years, what's going to happen. He can't fix what happened now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I know.
We talk about something that's been going on for
I'm going to have to
50,
disagree
60 years.
with Michael because I think Trump, even though I don't like him now, if he were still the president, we wouldn't have we wouldn't be bombing Iran. The guy was not a warmonger, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't vote for him the first time around, or the second time, because I thought that I didn't want his finger on the atomic football. The thing is, while he was in office, he proved me wrong. He was not a warmonger. He actually helped to ameliorate conflict. I think whatever Iran would have done, or I think he would have done something diplomatically to try to stave off any type of war. But Biden, look, he doesn't even know he's alive.
Yeah.
I think there's more of a conflict there. I think there's more of a conflict there. Going to be probably going to have more of your Muslim, Jewish. The war that's been going on between them two, I think, is going to escalate beyond whatever.
Oh, yeah, they've already threatened that. Yeah, they're Netanyahu. Yeah. Netanyahu just said he would bomb Iran. I think he said he would bomb Hezbollah or Iran if there were any more attacks. Yeah.
Okay. Can I say you something, please? Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
This issue that 3 soldiers died, it was the reason that now they have to use chicken USA. But if they do it, then everybody say, oh, USA, don't mess with USA. So, and also, in Iran, everything right now, people has gone run to the banks, run to bank, whatever they can, rice, etc. in the supermarket. So very soon, in the next 3 days, supermarkets will be empty in Iran as well too. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, that's a good point. Look at here. We got a snowstorm here, right? They clean out the grocery stores. Just imagine what war is like over there,
Right. Hey, did I tell you guys that clip that I heard of Donald Trump talking on the phone? And somebody tried to tell me that it was while he was in office. No, it wasn't. He had a phone call that he took. I want to say it's been 3 or 4 weeks ago. Direct call from Iran, whoever he's talking to. Now, him doing backdoor talks like that, that's a problem. But the things that were said, because as he started to brag about it, he's like, he goes, I get the phone call, and they say that they're going to drop missiles on one of our bases over there. And he goes, we have to do this. We have to do this or we look like a bunch of cowards, just like he just said. Because if we don't do that, then, we got a problem. He goes, but I'm giving you the heads up. He goes, that's respect. Donald Trump said that's respect that they called him to tell him that. Wait a minute. He's voluntarily going to, 18 missiles were fired. He said they're all going to be specifically, they're like a Hellfire or they're JDAMs. You know, they have very good accuracy, but they're going to intentionally miss. And I thought to myself, wait a minute. Are you saying you backdoor talk to Iran and then make it okay for them to fire on an American base? What in the world is going on?
I don't buy that.
I'm going to take that clip up right now. I got it. I got the clip. I'll play it for you. So, yeah, go ahead.
There's a guy named Teddy Daniels who used a clip, although it's probably fake audio of Donald Trump supporting him.
I've heard that guy, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, who knows what to believe nowadays, you know?
Right.
Who knows what to believe?
They can make a AI, hell, they'll have a robot or whatever standing up there looking
exactly.
like
yeah, you could be anything now.
With the Easter bunny. You know, at least maybe he won't sniff the kids and shake hands with the Easter bunny.
Yeah. I mean, you could be Santa Claus tomorrow, you know? I mean, it doesn't matter, and everybody will believe it. You got this on, you know? I mean, come on. You know that, guys.
Look out, Don coming through.
You know? I mean, I don't know. What? See, but I'll tell you what Shabaka said earlier, though, when we brought up the whites being attacked across this country. You see, he denies it. They don't believe. No, that's not true.
Shit.
Whites are not being attacked. Yeah. You know, and you see, that's a problem. Because if people don't want to see reality or facts, how are we ever going to convince anyone of changing? You know, there's no changing.
If you guys are familiar with a guy named Colin Flaherty, he's passed away now, but he did a big in-depth study, 5 or 6, 7 years, and he had a book come out, and it says, and the name of the book was "Don't Make the Black Kids Angry." And I'm going to tell you what, he's the one that had now that guy passed away, and 2 of the people that worked with him have now got a BitChute channel, and it's I looked at the name of it, but they got a picture of him on there, but they've actually gone back to showing all the clips of the stuff that goes on where the elderly are getting punched, the knockout game, you know, there's crazy things happening. Nobody says shit about it, yes.
Yep. Yeah, it's true, man. You know, and a lot of stuff happening.
Everybody. You know,
but what I don't like is that all the stuff is being emphasized by black as opposed to also talking about Puerto Rican crime or Spanish crime and white crime. They got to put it in balance, okay? Even if blacks are committing most of, according to statistics, they're committing 52% of the, of the felonies. But at the same time, they're saying that the mainstream media is covering up for blacks. I'll tell you one thing. Every time I turn around,
crazy.
Huh?
Was it 13% of the population consists of 60 or 70% of the violent crimes or incarcerated?
I heard it was 52%.
I'm on Facebook Live. Hey guys, for those of you who can see the video of the show, I'm on Facebook Live, so I want to play that clip for the people that can see that are watching. You guys can hear the audio part. Well, if it'll play for me, I hope it will. Let's see here. It was going to play earlier, but hang on, here it is. It's about this kid getting beat up.
I saw. I already took a look at that. Yeah.
Here it goes. Time out.
Almost. Okay.
They're dragging him outside now. He's all bloody and beat up.
Hello.
I mean, for those of you that saw that on Facebook, let me tell you. I'll narrate it for you guys. Basically, this kid walks into an apartment. He's going to visit some friends. There's some older black teens there, and they jump him and they beat him and kick him and stomp him. I mean, literally stomp him to the floor. And he's dying, and they drag him out the front door and just leave him there. And this just recently happened. So but you don't hear nothing about it on the media.
Nope.
Nothing.
Not another incident down towards the border where a girl was in Walmart and she was looking at the CDs, like I just kind of standing there looking and trying to figure out which one she wanted. They took in clips of this guy walks in, black guy. He goes straight through the doors. They follow him through the camera. He goes right back to the sporting section and he gets a baseball bat. He walks down the aisle, doesn't do anything. He walks straight up. She doesn't even see him coming, and he smacks her in the side of the head with that baseball bat, and you never heard a word about it. The sickest thing.
Oh my Lord!
Right in the middle of the
Gruesome,
store,
huh?
broad daylight, like nothing, like he was there to shop, and
And nobody helped. Nobody would help,
nobody
huh?
really saw it. I mean, there was really nobody around when he did it, but I mean, the camera, they showed, how he did, how it happened. They were like, we got to see what happened to this person. And then they go back and they show about a 30-second stint to get back. It was straight to the, he knew what he was doing. It was premeditated. No,
what do they expect? I'm not talking about just blacks right now, but I'm talking about crime in general. When they take what used to be the bar of $95 for a felony, now they stretched it up to about, you can commit a felony, a robbery of up to $950 or $750 in some of these cities. What do they expect? There's going to be an explosion of crime. There's going to be an explosion of felonies. There's going to be an explosion of people who are committing murder. Jesus.
Well, what else would you expect? You got the pedophiles running the country. He's not going to jail. I mean, you got these people, the highest echelon, that aren't held accountable for some of the crimes that they commit.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Clinton. Bill Clinton ought to be.
Right. And you talk about not being spoken about in the media. What about the congressman that came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago talking about how the Congress, right, those people in D.C., when they get invited to parties, how they get seduced and blackmailed at these sex parties. He said it, but nobody covered it.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey, my friends, let me.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
I am going to monitor until you have 1 more hour show, right? 1 more hour?
No. I'm off. I'll be off here in about 15 minutes.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I was trying to monitor some other cameras that we usually do, and I was trying to come back and give you some more intel that we could give, because we love USA and we don't want any.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'll go into overtime. I may go into a little bit of overtime with the show. I don't like doing that because, I just don't want the shows to be that long, because they get replayed on iHeartRadio and Spotify. And when the shows are so long, people just don't listen to them all, like that. They like shorter shows. That's from what I was told anyway. So, guys, if you were trying to connect live on the podcast, if you're calling in through your phone, you've got to press 1. When you call in, you press 1, I will unmute you, and then you will come on the podcast live.
Tomorrow, right?
But I remember Mike from a year ago, because I couldn't understand him then either.
Yeah.
Same time tomorrow, my friends.
No, I'm only on things have changed, Mike. But matter of fact, wait a second here. Where you been? Where were you? Where did you go?
Yeah.
Well,
back to the Philippines.
I'm still around. So I'm still around and surviving. Like everybody else. Like you, like me, like every other people in the world.
All right. Are you still in Singapore? Are you in Singapore still?
Of course.
Supposedly in Singapore? Huh?
Yes.
Same location changes, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, well, Singapore, yeah.
Let me say goodbye.
No, I checked out his number once. He was over there in Singapore, or that's where the phone came from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that doesn't matter. My phone comes from California, and I'm not in California.
Yeah.
But I hope to talk to you guys sometime soon. Okay. Thank you.
I got a couple callers here, guys, who want to jump in. All right, let me connect them. They've been waiting here. I don't like to make people wait too long here. First 907, then I'll get to 989. Go ahead, 907. You first.
Joe, I don't have anything to say right at the moment. I just called in late to the show and got on the board. So, if we went into overtime,
Okay. All right. You go ahead and mute yourself then. Okay. I just saw you out there trying to get in. Trying anyway. But let me see. Let me connect this call. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's still there. Okay, good. Don't hang up and call back in because you won't get back in. Go ahead, 989.
989, you're on.
You're unmuted.
Oh,
unmuted.
I'm here. I was muted. I'm sorry. This is Don.
Oh, Johnny.
Just wanted to say, Great show,
All right.
guys. I'm enjoying it. And
Sounds like Donnie, all right.
I want to talk to you about do you know anything about Sandy Smith, District 1 or something like that, in North Carolina, running for Congress?
No, Sandy Smith. No, I never heard of her.
Okay. I just wondered. She ran the last time and lost, and she's running again. I just want to know if you knew anything about her.
What city is she out of, Donnie? What city?
I don't know. All I know, it says CD01 Sandy Smith in North Carolina. She's MAGA, and she was talking today about you got to have, instead of waiting three days and receive all these mail-in ballots, they got to be in by 7:30 on that night of the election. And
it's out of here, really?
Yeah, that's what she was talking about. So,
why mail in? Why vote by mail in anyway? Can't you get your ass to the polls? You know? I mean, you know what I mean?
People are lazy.
I mean, come on. Something that's important, you know?
Yeah, my son hasn't lived in Michigan in I don't know how many years, and we got a mail-in ballot for him in the 2022 election. It's 2020. Yeah. How many of these ballots do they just send out willy-nilly, and people fill them out the way they want to fill them out and send them in? Nobody checks.
I know.
I got to look
They willy-nilly all the ballots out until they get enough to win.
That's exactly why it took so long. They didn't expect Trump to get 75 million votes, and then all of a sudden they had to go into overdrive, shut everything down in Philadelphia, Detroit, in Maricopa County, and in Georgia. So there's your 4 hot spots. It's pretty obvious. But that's another story for another time. You guys are doing great. Great story. Nice hearing Joe from Montana. Enjoyed hearing his voice for a change.
It's good contributors tonight. Good contributors. It's good podcast. I appreciate it. No arguing, no fighting, no yelling over each other. We had a little bit there with Shabaka there come in. What do you think about that character, huh, Donnie?
Yeah, I've had to deal with him a couple of times. Yeah, he gets his point through, but he doesn't want you to get your point through. So.
Yeah, I know. That frustrates me a little bit. I let him see. I think I've changed over the years. You know, I've become very tolerant. You know, where it's okay. If you listen to some of my old shows, I would have effed you right off the platform so fast your head would spin. You know.
You're right. I got you. I got you. I see Boyd's in the chat room. Hey, Boyd.
Yeah. Where's Joe? Is Joe drop on us? Joe Montana, you drop off on us again?
Hi, Donnie.
Joe doesn't like me, so he probably dropped.
He got disconnected. Oh, he's got disconnected. Let me get him, connect him back here. And then I got another number here wants to jump in here.
Hey, Donnie. I still like you. No, my phone hung up on me again.
Yeah, you got 15. You got 15 phones, Joe. Get one that works. Come on.
I can't. Yeah. No, you can't get 1 out of 15. You got to get 20. Then maybe one will work.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me connect 704 here. 704. Go ahead. Excuse me. Is that 704? Yeah, 704. Go ahead.
What's up, man? How are you tonight?
Hey, how you been doing? I tried calling you, I tried calling you and went right to voicemail. I don't like leaving voicemails to somebody I don't know who, you ever hear people who got voicemails and it just says leave your number? I don't know if I'm calling the person or not, so I don't want to leave a message,
Well, I have it set up that way because I get so much spam every day on my phone that I just have it set up so if it ain't programmed in my phone, it goes straight to voicemail. So that's what happens.
I got you.
You don't really...
I got to use that software. I like that software, yeah.
I mean,
but listen, guys, for all the real, for really would like some help here with the phones, man. I would like people to call these registered voters and just look. You say what you want as long as you're saying something, for being professional, and putting the word out there, helping me out. That's just something that I just can't handle on my own. There's just no way. I'd be sitting here all day long making 20 calls.
Leave me a message, and I'll get started on it tomorrow. I'll call you back when you leave me a message.
All right, yeah. I'll call you. Hey, how late can you take calls? I know you're a working man. How late can somebody call you?
You can call me anytime you want, man. And I'll
okay,
get
all right.
Immediately.
All right, I'll call you probably after the show tonight. I'll talk to you, okay?
Okay, sounds great, man. It really does.
All right.
You got to put that up on your page too, Joe. You got to say on your page not only funds, but you have to ask for volunteers. Remember, I gave you the names of 2 organizations that have volunteers. If you call them, right, and ask them if they can help you out, then maybe they will, maybe they won't. But if you're running for office, they might steer some of their volunteers your way to do the phones. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. I don't work with them, but they're out there.
Well, I'll be honest with you on that one, Joe. On that note, I would need volunteers on Election Day. That would be the day I would need people at the polls. Every poll has to be monitored. You know what I mean? And that's very, very important. So it's showing strength at the polls.
You have to let people know.
That's just,
You have to let people know other than this show. You have to put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
You're on Facebook. Put it on. If you're on Instagram and Pinterest, I'm not on any of the social medias, none of them. But if you're on them, you have to let people know, and you have to set up your own website. You have to get very, very assertive in this if you're going to win.
I've got a website set up. Yeah,
you do.
Got a website set up.
You got to promote it on your show then.
Yeah. Well, most people, I understand what you're saying, Joe. I got that. A lot of people, believe it or not, still don't use the internet for information. They don't. They listen to the 6 o'clock news and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing too. You've also got a database of people that that's in your database. You can email them on a regular basis, once a week.
Yeah.
You can use what's called, and I'm pretty sure I told you, because anybody that has, I'm pretty sure I did like about a year ago. And I've told other people, too, who have organizations, you can get what's called an autoresponder. You can download it from the net. You can put your names in there, and they will do the work. You just set the time for a schedule, and they'll send out the message to your database. So you don't have to do it manually. They'll do it.
Joe, when it comes to that computer stuff, you know what you just said right there to me? It's what it sounded like.
I know. Well, Lorianne knows about this stuff. I mean, when you and she get together, you can ask her about it.
Yeah.
She should know. Well, maybe she doesn't know about this. She knows about fixing computers. This she may or may not know about this. But just put in Google free autoresponder and just download, like MailChimp is one of them. I forget there's the name of another one. But you can just download it, follow the instructions, and even if you don't know anything about it, you still have to take time to learn about it because your election is coming up.
Yes, it is, Joe. Yes, it is. It's March 5th. It's coming up. And let me tell you something. And people say March 5th because they're getting confused with the general election. There is no general election for me because there's no challengers. I only got one challenger, the incumbent who's holding the seat. That's how much they've scared people off. Not me. Mm-hmm. So if we get this guy out of there, we break the good old boys club up in my district. We break them up. If you get me in the district, get me in there.
I got a tip for you. I got a good tip for you for tonight. I'll tell you about it when we go into overtime.
All right.
In order to get your name out there. All right.
All right. Okay, sounds good.
Either way, I'll call you. I'll send you. Either way, I'll either text you or I'll wait until overtime, and then I'll tell you about it. I got a tip for you to get your name out there. I just learned about it yesterday. No,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. We could do that, or I can call you after the show, one or the other. It's up to you.
Okay.
Because when we do that, then after the show, I'll call you. How's that sound? Sound good to you? All right. Yep. You probably just dropped. No, I'm just kidding. Well, anyway, I got to get to pretty much closing. We're almost to the end of the show, actually. So if there's anything anybody wants to talk about, now's the time to do it. Because we're going to start getting ready to wrap it up here.
Oh, don't tell me I dropped again. This fucking...
No, you're still on there. You're still on there.
Oh, I'm still on? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're still on there.
Montana.
Yeah.
Are you using a cell phone? You might try getting yourself a cell phone extender in your house.
What's that?
Cell
phone extender. Yeah, it boosts the signal for the cell phones while you're in the house and stuff, and boosts the signal to the cell tower.
Yeah.
And hopefully that would eliminate your phone dropping out there at your house all the time.
If
That's a good idea. Thanks.
Yeah. Cut your Wi-Fi off on your phone while you're on it, in the house when you're on it. Just cut your Wi-Fi off. Cause that's what's probably cutting you off is the Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, because I am using Wi-Fi. I'm not using cellular. I'm using Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and that's probably the problem because when I on my phone on Wi-Fi, it'll drop calls. But if I turn it off, it won't drop them.
I have a pretty good connection with the Wi-Fi, actually. But it's somehow, if I take a phone, right, both of my phones now, if they're resting, if they're level, and then I move it a certain way, bang, all of a sudden I get disconnected.
Yeah, well, that's because it's lost its signal momentarily long enough for it to disconnect. So that's why I'm saying get yourself a cell phone extender.
Yeah, I'll look into that. I think I have. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that way you don't use Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Because if you're on the edge of a cell signal from a tower, then that would cause you to drop in and out. Especially like if you're walking around in your house, there'll be dead zones and stuff like this. That extender should eliminate that.
Really? Thanks. I'll take a look at it. But I'm just using Wi-Fi simply because I'm used to it. I can turn it off now, go back to mobile, and have no problems.
Yeah, that's
I can switch from Wi-Fi to cellular.
Well, I would try using cellular and get off that Wi-Fi shit.
I've got to agree with Wi-Fi.
Are you calling in using like? Are you calling in like using Skype or what?
No. Regular number.
Yeah. Well, I would try and get a cell phone extender and drop and not use Wi-Fi. Let the cell phone.
I'll look into that, Boyd. I will. I'll take a look into that. That sounds like a decent idea.
Yeah, because you drop all the time.
Yeah, don't I though? Jesus Christ! And this is a
you do. Oh, constantly.
I know.
Ugh.
I know.
How
thing.
How many?
Sorry.
How many bars do you get on your cell phone?
How many? What bars?
Yeah, how many bars?
Bars.
How good's your signal strength on your cell phone?
Oh, it says excellent.
Yeah, well, I'd use cell phone and not use Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I don't know
I can do that. I'm just used to Wi-Fi. Like I said, Brandon, I wanted to
what
test
happened
out the
to the days? What happened to the payphone days, man? I mean, really, how did they just went quick, didn't they? I mean, they just like were here and gone. It's like how did they disappear so fast?
Let me tell you something.
When was the last time you used a payphone?
Well, yeah, I was using landline for over 30 years. I just traded in for the cell phone. This cell phone, anyway. Now about 3 weeks now, and I'd rather have the cell phone than the landline because the landline, that sucker always broke down once a year, Then you got to have techies come out, and then they take a look at what they call the box. Then they say, oh, wow, it's a mess in the box. Then they need to call somebody else. So you got to keep waiting for days to get something done. So with the cell phone, I'd rather have the cell phone problems and have it taken care of, remotely than have it taken care of by having these guys come out.
Yeah. Well, like I said, stop you if you got 5 bars or 4 bars on your cell phone, stop using Wi-Fi. Just use the cell phone. It's not going to cost you any more or anything else. But yeah,
you're right. You're right. I just want to use the Wi-Fi because I had the brand new modem came in, and actually I don't even need the modem in this phone. On my other phones, I needed the modem, but on this phone I don't need it. So I could switch over to cellular, and it'd be a stronger signal. I probably wouldn't drop as much, and as you say, it's free.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying to do it right now because, at the end of the show, trying to get back in or whatever is going to be a pain in the ass. But the next time you call into a show like that, just use the cell phone. Forget the Wi-Fi. You don't need the Wi-Fi if you got good cellular signal where you're at.
All right, guys, check this out. Check this out. All right, we kind of beat that subject to death there. All right, the liberals here, or ADL here, they call this this is Ronald Reagan actually, but the liberals hate this Reagan video, so that's what it said right here. So tell me, I know you guys can't see the video, but you can hear the audio. So tell me, is there anything said here that's racist? Do you think? I mean, if I can get it up playing, which I should be able to. So here we go.
Someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism. And what is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation. Well, isn't this the liberal philosophy? The conservative, so-called, is the one that says less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket, and let me have more control of my own destiny.
The 2020 platform sounds identical to policies already tried and now failing in the collapsed socialist state of Venezuela.
It's funny, sometimes American journalists talk about how bad a country is, but people are lining up to keep. That's a good thing.
I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance. So for people out there who like their insurance, well, they don't get to keep it.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Abolish ICE. It's a growing call from Democrats to get rid of the agency that arrests and removes illegal immigrants in the U.S.
I think we should get rid of ICE. We need to probably think about starting from scratch.
Why is it good for us to pay for the health care bills of people who snuck in here against our laws?
It's good for people who are in our country, who are contributing to this country's success.
But does it also apply to, gang members or vagrants? I think they were covered too, weren't they? These hot-button issues like free college, free health care, once thought to be radical, appear to be the starting line in this Democratic primary.
The 3 core demands of the National Day of Action are free public college, a cancellation of student debt, and a $15 an hour minimum wage for people who work on the campus.
And how's that going to be paid?
Great question. So...
You call yourself a radical?
From other people's
if that's what radical means, call me a radical.
Pelosi, do you recognize her as the leader for the House Democrats?
Of course.
We, as you are aware, we are diligent.
I think one way you get rid of Trump is a crashing economy. So please, bring on the recession. Sorry if that hurts people.
Sorry if that hurts.
Anti-Semitic tweets.
You respond to that.
Oh, thank you. You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What do you mean by that? I think what I meant is like the settlements that are increasing. I am not the expert.
They are the future face of the Democratic Party. They are not only anti-Israel, but often that anti-Zionism morphs into anti-Semitism
either the Klansman or the guy in blackface is right now the Democratic governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam.
Northam's nickname was a racial slur. They called me Coon Man. I did participate in a dance contest in which I darkened my face as part of a Michael Jackson costume. I actually won the contest because I had learned how to do the moonwalk. My wife says inappropriate circumstances.
Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts with a DNA test to prove her Native American ancestry.
Her DNA test claiming she's part Native American appears to be backfiring.
Tonight, the leaders of the Cherokee Nation are speaking out against Senator Elizabeth Warren's campaign video touting her Native American ancestry.
Do you think she was dropping out of the race?
Some zero carbon emissions, no use of fossil fuels within 12 years.
That is the goal. It's ambitious. And
How is that possible? You're talking about everybody having to drive an electric car.
Admitting in earlier drafts that, quote, we aren't sure that we'll be able to fully get rid of farting cows and airplanes that fast.
I really don't like the policy of taking away your car, of taking away your airplane flights, of let's hop a train. You're not allowed to own cows anymore. You know, there are a lot of problems.
It was stunning how quickly some Democrats jumped on this proposal. We need to be bold.
Oh, it's impractical. Oh, it's too expensive. Keeping track of Democrats who might be driving a hard left, and a lot of them happy to do so.
Socialism is apparently becoming mainstream. America will never be a socialist country. Never. We're dying free, we will live free, and we will die free. This has been a great movement. They try like hell. They cannot stand what we've done, but we're doing the right thing. And I will never, ever, ever let you down. Yeah. Oh, good, yeah.
There you have it. There you have it right there. That drives liberals crazy. Probably drives everybody crazy. I don't know. Let's see what we got left here. We might have been disconnected on the show. There we go. We're still here, right? All right. All right, everybody. Well, who's with me still on the line here?
What don't drive?
I'm here.
Crazy.
All right. We got everybody still here. All right, great. My call. We're going into overtime now. Let me end my Facebook thing here. Let me end that video right here. Here we go. Bam. And that end. Their video is ended there. Facebook's over. All right. Here we go. Facebook. 45 minutes live on Facebook. I figured I'd try it out. Coincide with Blog Talk. See how the live video would, how it works. If it works out well, then I'll start doing live Facebook with my podcast show. You know what I mean?
You know something, Joe? It sounds like a good idea, but the censors, the leftists, they will censor you in a second.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, guys. Well, closing thoughts, everybody? Everybody want to give some closing thoughts here, or continue on anything you want to talk about? We'll have to beat every subject to death here, like we did on Lori Ann's show the other night. We were on for like 7 hours. 7 hours, no lie.
Yeah. I'll talk, when everybody leaves, I'll tell you about that.
Yeah, I'll just call you back, Joe. I'll call you back. I promise. I'll call you. I got two calls to make. I got to call my friend there. I got to call my friend 704 there, and I got to call you. So okay, I'll call you first, I guess, because because I know you got to get ready.
Yeah, I'll just wait until the guys get off, and then I'll tell you. It'll only take about 2 minutes. And
all right, fine.
Okay, because then I got to do something too. And
I understand. All right, hey, closing thoughts, everybody. Closing thoughts here. We're getting ready to wrap it up here, I guess. Getting short here. Let's start with Tave first. Tave, you go ahead. You go first. I know you got a lot to say. If he's still there.
I was trying to find that Trump video, but I got so many of these damn things saved on here, I lose my mind. I want to say that regardless of what anybody thinks or says about race or whatever, we are experiencing if you look at Europe, you look at Venezuela, you look at everywhere else in the world, this process that we're dealing with now has already been implemented, and they've run through the other countries. Europe, like the Jewish rabbi said, and I quote, "We have barbecued Europe." They have actually mudded down. That's what they want to do. They want the one world agenda. They want the one religion. They want the one government. They want one big mess of people where you can't individually have that pride. You know, that's basically what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to steal everything from everybody, your land, your rights, everything, and your pride. And once they figure they can get you smashed down and done like that, and then you become reliant on them, well, then we're going to be in up shit creek without a paddle, I believe. But I hate to say it, I'd like to have a million-man march come through Akron, Ohio, because what I've watched in my city council is just absolutely I'm beside myself as a sanctuary city. And believe me, I didn't vote for that shit. They listening to the different ones coming around. Now, you know, the border's not just a crisis, because every country or every state in this country is a border state now. The way they're letting them in, and it's not going to get any better. It's
look what they're doing. They're
awful. Yeah, I mean, it's just
they're trying to make Texas.
You're watching the government try to start shit with Texas because the state wants to defend itself. But I have a problem with that whole thing there, because I believe that should have started the first day or the second day that this started. When they let 8,000 people come across the border the first time, what's his name should have said, "Hey, shut it down. If the federal government doesn't want to help us, call in the boys, and we're going to stand here. If hey, knock a few of them down like the mob said, the rest of them fall right in line and start acting right. Don't make me go to the trunk."
That's right.
Yeah, why didn't they do that from the beginning? Why wait so long?
I don't
You're
know,
right.
man. We're 3 years of this shit. 3 years of it.
Because they want America to fall.
Yep.
How many instances do we have to experience for us to finally get it into our heads?
I've made it clear that I think that they've sent everybody here. They're trying to set up their terror network, or what they're trying to do is, because if you watch the videos, I don't see any women and children coming in anymore at all. It's all middle-aged men, and they just let and I heard the number today. I think it was 119 or 121 known terrorists on the FBI watch list.
More than that.
This country. They knew it. These are the ones they know about.
They knew it, and it's more than that.
Yes. So now you know how many that
100%.
got through that don't know what the hell where they went to or they disappeared to in America. You know, they got a 10-year a piece of paper saying you have a summons to come in court in 10 years.
Yeah,
are you
10
kidding
years.
me? No, see that's I can't believe the border states didn't just step up and, because I mean they're talking about one guy fixed his fence on his ranch 400 times since Joe Biden's been in office, because the people cut his wires, his cattle get out, you know. And once those people come across your property and they defecate and they piss and do whatever they're doing, you can't farm that land. You have to stop. You cannot farm that land like that. That's where all our green vegetables come, or our green leaf stuff comes from through the winter. Is that area out there, you know?
So when I buy a cucumber, I'm eating Mexican black-eyed peas.
You might be eating shit-skin cucumbers, Flick. Holy smokes! I mean, that's awful. But you know, they talk about how many of them come across. And this guy said he's fixed his fence 400 times, and he's pissed. But you know what? There's a lot of them that are crying. You know, they say, "What can we do?" Because they're scared to death that the government's going to, as soon as they stand up for themselves, they're going to get locked up and everything taken from them. And they're probably right, because look at the January 6th people. And I'm telling you right now, these 25 states that have been talking about going down here, and Ohio's one of them, about helping the Texas go to stop this. Don't be surprised if you don't see January 6th Part 2 when they make it. They're trying to figure out who's pinging everybody's cell phones. Yes.
Yeah, they shut it down already. They shut down that caravan already. They shut it down already, pretty much.
Shut it down.
But
gotta stop bombing Israel and Syria and everywhere, and Iran. Start bombing.
Why do you think hey, guys, time out. Why do you think this is happening now? Why? Because of that, right? Distract America. Distract.
All the plan. It's all a plan to destroy the planet.
It's a magic show.
That's it. You know, the worst part is bread and circus, just like Rome. We are the new Rome, and that empire fell, and they're planning on us falling. What they're going to do is they're going to give us bread and circus. But then what they've done is they've already started to take our bread. They're taking our bread.
Yeah, it's worse than that.
They're taking our bread now. But you know what we're going to do? We become the entertainment.
Let me get somebody else closing thoughts here. I got some other people here closing thoughts here real quick because I said closing. So anyway, hey, Laskin, you out there, Boyd? You want to say something here? You've been quiet pretty much tonight.
Oh, I've been quiet because I haven't been here all night.
Oh.
See, that's the reason.
I came in really, really late.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a fact. You know, that's a legitimate facts, and there are reasons that stand out right there. I wasn't here.
You got anything you want to sound off?
Here, I do have one thing to, I guess, to say. I don't know how many terrorists you said they Border Patrol
under 150
caught.
that they know of.
Yeah.
That they know of.
Well, here's the thing, okay? The Border Patrol claims, along with the Coast Guard and everybody else is doing drug patrol, that they're only catching 10%.
Oh, fewer than that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they're only stopping 10% of the drugs that are being smuggled in.
Right.
So if that holds on terrorists, and they caught 100 and some odd terrorists, you know, that means well over 1,000 have already got here.
How many have got here before all that? Yeah.
Will you guys get off the line so I can give Joe the tip? Or do you want to extend this into real overtime? If so, I'm going to have to get off myself and then wait for Joe to call me.
Hey, guys, talk amongst yourself. Me and Joe are going to go in the green room real quick. Guys, go ahead. Dave, you keep talking. You got a lot you want to say. Me and Joe will go in the green room real quick, privately. All right, hang on.
No, let these other guys, let them do their, whoever's finished talking, whoever hasn't spoken, do like a closing thought, like he said.
Yeah, well, I don't have any closing thoughts only because I've missed most of the show, and I don't know what happened.
I got to ask you guys something. Let me ask you guys something. I seen a tape today of some illegal Venezuelans in a Walmart. I believe it was a Walmart. Could have been a Target. They were stealing, putting shit in their backpacks, screaming, and there was a group of them, and they pushed one lady and just, I don't know what the hell they were saying, of course, and they just walked out like they owned the place. And they found out they were illegals from they just got dropped off. I don't even know what city. I think it was Portland. Just dropped off, and they went in there and just stole.
Oh, they give them about $900, like Joe said. I think it might be under $1,000. They get to go take whatever they want. They won't do anything to them. They're not going to prosecute them. Book them and let them go.
$950. Yeah, they just let them go. $950 you can steal.
Now, if that's not promoting criminal activity at the highest level, and I don't even know what is that treasonous or is that just God? I don't even know what you'd call that. That's just fucked up. What it is.
And I think they're letting all these young 20 to 30-year-old men come in. So when we do go to war. We're going to offer them citizenship. They sign up to fight with us.
Well, I would think more so now than anything that these guys are here because before all this started, they probably brought in the higher ups in the that can run a platoon or whatever, a company type deal, or set up a sector, whatever they want to call these little cells. And then they open that border and they let them all come. So that's why I get so pissed off when I see the mayors or governors, whoever, want to ship them to New York, ship them to Florida. See, and everybody thinks that's a good idea when you first hear it. Like, yeah, let them pricks go up there and sit on their front yard. No, send them back where they came from. Don't use my money to fuck them around the country for free, for the love of God. That's all they did was spread them out farther. And knowingly.
Yeah.
Contributing to it.
You got a good point.
I mean,
good point.
If there's that many of them here, and it's not no smoke and mirrors bullshit, because, I mean, there's a lot of people at that border. Eagle Pass, Texas is probably the worst spot in the country, I think. And
yeah,
it's sad to think that those people are waiting to come over here and have no good intention. None.
Well, they said there was 11, Tucker said at least 11 million people in 3 years have crossed that border.
I promise you that 20 million cross in the next 12 months.
Oh, yeah. They're flooding.
They're going to.
You betcha.
They're coming full force.
Yep.
You know, and talk about people don't understand when they're supposed to, if they're running from a tyrannical government or a dictator, or they're being oppressed and they're being whatever. They have that right to asylum, but they have to go to the first country away from them and claim it, not come to America because it's like Eddie Murphy was coming to fucking America. Who cares?
That's right.
No, do what the international law says. Where's the international courts at with this shit? Are these guys just a bunch of jack-offs too?
Hey, the UN, we're paying the UN billions of dollars a year, and they are handing out money. They're handing out credit cards and phones to these fools.
Yep.
Can you believe that?
And
we write them a check every year.
Didn't they even say that they're giving out hard cash as well?
Yeah, cash.
You know what?
Cash and a credit
They're going to
card.
pick me off, and I'm going to drive down there, and I'm going to start to find it. I'm going to commence to robbing some sons of bitches that are handing out our money, and I'll be robbing Tave, not Robin Hood, robbing Tave, and I'll be giving it back to the people.
I'll tell you, I wish they'd get the hell UN out of here.
You know, I believe for the longest, from 1913 on, because they had problems everywhere in the world, had problems going on. Between World War I and World War II, these people that figured out how they could actually make so much money on war and just the simple fact of tax in America, that people in America are getting taxed. What can we do to just pound it right up, pound them? And they have done everything they can possibly do. Nancy Pelosi wrote more checks and took more money, was involved in more bullshit than probably the last 200 politicians. She was she funded a lot of shit, and her stuff was coming to an end, so they had to have, I call it Operation Fall Guy, where they bring in the big Mr. Potato Head. So they get the whole border shit going on to keep the drowning away from letting everybody see what actually Pelosi's done. Well, when that happens, they bring in Trump. He gets everybody revived again so they can guess. I think they're just dragging it out. They're stretching it as far as they can because they haven't had the chance to completely level Israel and Ukraine, where they're going to build New Jerusalem and they're going to have their Zionist hangout while they bread and circus us to death. And then they're going to take off and they're going to make shit. Now, I've said it. They didn't send all that shit over to Afghanistan and abandon it for no reason. It's going to be used. And if it's not being used now by the ISIS and whoever, Biden's little bullshit army, I believe, his little military.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Set it up.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you guys want? You guys going to war? You guys going to war?
I think they're going to. Yeah, they're going to set up over there. They hate America that bad, but that's what they're going to do because that's what they believe in. They're Luciferian. The pedophiles are Luciferian. There's no way around it.
Oh, well, they are. We worship the devil. We know that.
Yep. They're just going to try and get. There's no reason that all that stuff was left over there. I don't give a shit. They should have disabled it or blew it up. Something. They shouldn't have just left it.
You mentioned pedophiles. I'd like to find out. It's our money that's going into secret little fund that the Congress have that pay off these people that are threatening to sue our senators and our congressmen because they're, rape. Hell, they said rape and everything else.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I'd like to know about that little slush fund.
Right. Because they brought that up and it kind of died off, but they really made a one good night or a week or so. I heard them guys are really stressing that a lot of our politicians are being blackmailed because they get caught into some shit and they get videotaped or they have some audio on them.
Yep,
and
that's true.
They're all the way through. And there was a huge, I think it was back in the 90s, trafficking ring that was investigated, and that's how they were doing it.
That's the guy from Tennessee. The guy from Tennessee, a senator from Tennessee, brought that up, and all of a sudden he's back on Tucker's show, and he said they're lining people up to run against him now.
That's what they do. When you don't, apparently, when you don't swear to Israel or you don't go and get their approval, they will turn on you. They will back everybody to run against you, and wholeheartedly, and they will run you out of town. That's what they said.
And they'll win and rig it too. They'll win and rig it. Yep. They'll rig the damn thing. Yeah. That's why I want these polls monitored, man. I want these polls monitored. I want counts. I want people counting. You know, I want to be able to watch that count.
Why haven't they addressed that? Why do we have I don't understand why we got 50 states, why we have 2 different types of voting machines. Why aren't we all doing the same thing across the board? Even if it's a paper
ballot. Well, in my district, we will be. I'm going to let you know right now, Dave, in my district.
Uniform thing. That should be uniform.
We will be counting the votes
across the board, so there's no discrepancies.
Listen, man, at all places, I will be monitoring the votes. We will be monitoring the votes. I'll be at one place. I'm going to have some family members doing it too. We will be monitoring those counts, you know?
When I was growing
up, it's going to be the one that they slip in that they know that they have, they got control over. Just like the one guy was saying, he goes, how can you go to a place and say you want to watch them do the counting? He goes, when they are the ones that own the machines anyway.
You're a citizen. You're a citizen. You're in charge. That's why. You're the boss. You're a citizen.
Access to get to them. You know, they say, well, they're not just connected to the internet. Well, how the hell do you think they download it to count them? Where the count goes? Eventually, it gets plugged into the internet. Eventually.
Yes, it does.
I mean, it may not do it the whole time, but when they download,
we have paper ballots here. We have paper ballots here, right? And we have paper ballots here, and when we check mark them and we hand them back to the person, they scan them through a machine. I don't like that.
That's how it should be.
I don't like.
Well, it's
no, they scan it through a machine, man. They scan it. That machine can rig it. You know, how do we know that machine's reading it the right way?
Well, that's true. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
You know, now where's the paper ballot go? That's what I want to know. Where does that ballot go?
How about that lawyer down in Georgia? They had one of the machines, and they didn't say who's the maker because I guess they didn't want to get sued. But the lawyer said, I can change the vote right now within 10 seconds using a pen.
Did you see that?
And he
did. Right there. Yes, he did.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Completely a 180-degree flip. And he waited. He goes, well, we can wait till like the last 10 minutes, or we can do this gradually. He goes, we can dump or flip. He goes, just like that.
Yep.
Wow.
And he did it. And
damn,
that doesn't happen. Come on, that doesn't happen, folks. Bullshit.
Just like it doesn't happen when you see a full-size mail truck with nothing but bundles of ballots in it getting dropped off, and then they follow this. Then one jerks off to some little building, and they follow them down the road. Where do they get all these ballots at? I mean, we're talking about the paper boy throws them off into the street.
Hey, Detroit, Michigan, 3:30 in the morning. 2 vans, 2 white vans pull up. This place is supposed to be locked tight. And they came out and dollied these bastards in there in boxes of ballots. You know why? Because Trump was winning, and they didn't realize he was going to get that many votes. And
that was in Michigan, right?
Yeah, Detroit. That's in Detroit.
Yeah. I got the guy. I got a certified affidavit from that guy. He signed one guy that signed it. He saw that and everything. Yeah, I got certification on that. I remember that. Yep, somebody sent that to me. Yep.
That's where they started covering up the windows and shit. You know, when it started with the windows getting covered up. Not letting
they covered the windows up. Yeah, they did. They didn't want nobody to watch them cheat.
You know,
son of a bitches, you son of a bitches. I'm gonna tell you something. My election gets rigged here. I'm gonna be pissed. I'll be challenging it all the way down for like Trump. You know.
You might as well plan on doing it, Joe. Hey, you might as well plan on doing that. You might as well start setting up a thing or whatever you got to figure out to get ahead of the game. That if it does happen, that you're already dropped the ball day one. Boom, here we go. Let's go, boys.
That's why I'm conducting polls in certain precincts right now. I'm doing polls right now. We did a poll of 250 people. My opponent's only winning by 6 points. So,
have you heard anything from them assholes that made those allegations about you all through the paper and the news clips and stuff? Have you heard from them at all?
That ADL. Yeah, the ADL started it. The ADL. And that guy Stephen Wiley. Stephen Wiley from the caucus.
You know what?
Stephen Wiley.
He's a snake. He's
Yeah,
a
that's
snake,
him.
and I can see it reading his bio. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's him. You know who he is, Donnie?
Yeah.
Him and that
you're
you know
getting
who-
under somebody's skin, Joe.
Yeah. You know who that is, Donnie?
Yeah. I heard
Really?
his name
Wow.
a few times.
He's a professor.
Yeah,
ain't he?
he's a snake.
Yeah.
I read
he
the
is,
bio, and
yep.
I'm like, this guy's a bunch of shit right here. This guy he's got a bunch of plaques hanging on the wall. He's like one of them the teachers that want to teach the the DEI shit where, a fucking piece of paper hanging on the wall. You ought to have it stuck up his ass. He's he's in psychology.
Felt like saying this. Why can't we handle it like the old days? Like telling one of the news stations. Why can't we handle it like Andrew Jackson would? Let's just take it out back and see who wins. You know.
That's right. Hey, you know what?
You know?
Yeah, if you want to fuck with the elections and do this criminally, then we'll just do like the Sons of Liberty did. We'll tar and feather you sons of bitches.
Hey, I'm all for it. Let's have a duel.
Ball rolling. Sons of bitches.
Let's have a duel. You know? I mean, that's how Andrew Jackson did it. Andrew Jackson was a very, very good man. He was a good president, man. He didn't take no crap from nobody. You know? Let me tell you that right now. And he was an honest guy, too.
Wilson was, I can't believe the more I read about Wilson, how goddamn bad he was. Man.
Oh, he sold us out. He sold out the whole, he destroyed us. He sold us out. He sold his soul to the devil.
The CIA, after them guys implemented that bullshit on his watch, within 2 years, they were completely fucking corrupt, they said. And then he made that little comment in his book or something, said he can't believe what he done. He knew he sold out his country. Well,
yeah, he had a guilty conscience afterwards,
Yeah.
Well, too late now, pal.
Tell a story so he could tell his book. Fuckers.
Yep, too late now. All right, let's see here. I got one call here to make. Donnie, did you want me to call you, or what do you want to do? You said you wanted to talk to me. Well, I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went. Donnie, you still there? Huh?
Did you see that guy that attacked a judge that was getting sentenced for after the fourth time in there? I think he was in there for,
he jumped over the freaking thing. He jumped over the thing and everything, yeah.
Superman,
How much time did he get? How much time did he get?
I don't know. They should have beat the hell out of him. I mean, he put some licks on her, but I mean, man, oh man.
Well, that's what I'm surprised they didn't bring up with me when I choked out my lawyer. When I choked him out, and this was back in 1991 when he sold me out. Yeah, I just started choking him. He's going,
well, they can't say much.
Like that. I'll kill you.
You're my client.
They're beating me in the back of the head.
Give me that fucking refund. I want your tongue.
The judge took off right to the back. Prosecutor ran out the back door. Everybody was screaming.
More of that coming out too.
I don't like it.
I mean, you go to a
me out
courtroom like that, and you see how bad it goes crazy. And then it's not just the courtroom. Wait till you get outside that son of a bitch for the lunatics that are waiting for the aftermath.
Well, when a lawyer sells you out, look, the judge was going to do his job. There's nothing I could do about it. I wasn't mad like that at the judge or prosecutor, even though I was getting screwed all the way around the courtroom, but my lawyer, he just told me something 10 minutes earlier downstairs in the holding tank, and now we get upstairs and he's telling me something different.
Joe,
no way, buddy.
Mike Singer used to talk about. Mike from the militia said he has that one guy on there talking. I ended up chasing after a couple videos of this one guy. But that bar, that British acquired registry, basically what happens is when you go into court, because you're a citizen, you're not in there, you don't know their lingo. That's why you have to have a public defender or your own attorney because they have to speak for you because you don't have the knowledge to compete or speak with them. But even though you pay an attorney or you have a public defender, they all are on the same team, and they want you to do a plea bargain because they get paid. I found this out because the girl I used to go to high school
wanted to read something. You talk about that. Listen, you talk about that lingo stuff. Matter of fact, I wanted to read my something that was the transcript to my court hearing right, where they're talking, the prosecutor, the judge, and my lawyer, and how they're talking with each other, right? And they do that. They talk in this weird, they said, this must be global or something. I wish I had it right in front of me, man. I could read it, man. It was some weird stuff they were talking.
That is the Maritime Corporation law. You know, you have the air, the land, and the water, and that is the maritime, where the fringe on the flag, and when they put the puppet show on, the judges wear the outfits, and it's a you're watching theaters, what you're watching. So they're like trying to play out a goddamn play when they talk now. That's how I look.
I'm going to get that up for one of these podcast shows. One of these guys, when I call in as a guest, I'll see if I can read it, ask if I can read it. But if not, I'll read it next week. I'll find it. It's only 2 pages long, but you listen to this lawyer talk and the prosecutor talk to the judge. It's total
language.
Yeah, like what the hell are they talking about?
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what's funny? Man. Because this girl I know, her son actually got into a situation where 5 boys knew that one kid was going to try and rob this house that they were all in. So they took this kid, and they were going to beat his ass. Well, somebody brought a gun. I don't know how it's going to end up yet. But her son and another kid are in court, and they're the only 2. And the one kid's already turned, all the other guys, and this is the only white kid that's involved in it. But here's the crazy part. His attorney says for her, you've gave me $25,000 to represent your son. I'm going to do the best I can. He goes, but in all honesty, he goes, you're probably better off with a public defender because the case looks so bad you should probably save your money. He goes, because we all work together. And I heard that, and I said, whoa. What are you supposed to back that tape up? Let me hear that shit again. I said, what did he just say? So you pay
we all work together.
An outstanding amount of money. Yes, because then I fucking got into it and started looking at it. The judge gets a set amount. No matter what, here's the deal. Plea out for whatever it is you're getting, they get paid. Now, if you plead not guilty and you win, they get fucked. That is a fact I found out. That whole bunch of shit, those people are all getting paid. But even the goofy little bastard that's the public defender might get a ho-ho and a Coke out of the machine, but he's getting paid.
Yeah. He may get 50 cents tip, you know. Matter of fact, I'm going to get over my fees right here. I'm going to try to pull them up to my fees. Wait till you listen to this list of fees that I had to pay the court. Oh, my, I'm going to see if I can dig it out. Oh, my Lord.
How many cases are actually pled out? You know, they don't actually go to the length of the trial, but actually they plea out like I think it's some crazy number. 88 or 99% of all cases are pled out that don't even go the full length of trial. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So they get paid all the time then. They're guaranteed money.
It's insane. It's insane the money that they make.
But that's because you got an infiltrator that you're thinking you've got your money invested in him and he's going to stand up for you. Well, the son of a bitch right out of the gate is working for the crown in the black robe, the shaman or whatever you want to call the clown, and they say that, hey, if you get it to plea, we get paid. If he gets into not guilty bullshit and he wins, somebody's ass is because we had a conversation a while back.
All right, listen. Here it is right here, my transcripts right here. This is what it says. It's just only a couple pages. Listen, it's this is the prosecutor, Miss Alcorn.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna put my Google Translate on.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
This is Miss Alcorn. She says, Your Honor, this is Joseph Gibson, also on the trial calendar. He also has a probation matter that we held open. First, addressing the matter on the trial calendar, it's my understanding from Mr. Dugan, who is my lawyer, his client wishes to remand this. The court. All right. Is that right? Mr. Dugan, yes, sir. The court. This will be remanded for immediate compliance. Mr. Dugan, thank you, Judge. Mrs. Alcorn, Your Honor, that was a probationary sentence. The court, okay. Ms. Alcorn, in regards to the probation matter, It is on page 97, line 25 and 26. In light of that remand, does your client admit or deny that he willfully and without lawful excuse violated the terms of his probation? Mr. Dugan, he will enter in admission. Ms. Alcorn, Your Honor, the basis for that is the now new conviction. I will tell Your Honor, he was placed on probation August 31st of 2021 for 2 counts of DVPO violation. This new charge happened 15 days later. That was litigated in district court, and based on the facts, that judge put him on probation for that new charge, which was just remanded. In light of that, the state is not asking for revocation on these. The state is asking for a split sentence of 15 days, not given credit for 15 days that he served pretrial, but 15 days continue him on probation. That 15 days is to be served on the discretion of the probation officer, the court. Wait a minute. What's the charge? He just remanded. Ms. Alcorn, DVPO violation. Hang on, the court. He was on probation for DVPO violation. I don't see why I should keep him on probation. Ms. Alcorn, Your Honor, may Mr. Dugan and I approach the bench? The court, yeah. Bench conference, in parentheses. Now, the court. So the probation violation, he's on probation for a domestic violence order, question mark. Ms. Alcorn, yes. The court. So this would violate it, and tell me again what you're asking the court to do and your reasoning. Ms. Alcorn, here she goes now. We're asking the court to instead give a split sentence of 15 days and continue him on probation. The reasoning for that, Your Honor, I spoke to the probation officer yesterday. He has at least begun or signed up for the assessment for the amends program. And then the district court judge that heard the case that has violated his probation saw fit to put him on probation for that, knowing that he was on probation for the same. So that leaves the state to believe that there's something in the facts that the district court judge saw that I may not be aware of, and the district court judge that was appropriate. And then lastly, this was coming to this agreement on the probation violation was, I think, what tipped the defendant over the edge as far as willing to remand the previous case and not go forward on the trial. They were just kind of in all encompassing, the court. And I mentioned at the bench that may go on the transcript, and you correctly said there was no transcript. Ms. Alcorn, right. The court. Anything you'd like to add, Mr. Dugan? Mr. Dugan, Judge, again, I just asked the court to accept that we, in speaking with Mr. Gibson, this was almost as a global resolution. The court, all right, find he's in violation. It's willful, without valid excuses. The court, in its discretion, will modify probation, let him serve an active sentence of 15 days at the discretion of his probation officer. Anything else? Well, he's already ordered to go to the amends program. Ms. Alcorn, he's already ordered the court. Anything from the state? Ms. Alcorn, no, Your Honor. The court. From the defendant? Mr. Dugan, no, Judge. The court. Mr. Gibson, you will never be put on probation again by me for domestic violence protection order violation for an assault on a female, which I was never assaulted. It was never assault. Now I just want to put that in there. Do you understand? Your Honor, sir, I was never under assault. Excuse me, Your Honor, Mr. Dugan, parentheses, converses with client. Ms. Alcorn, Your Honor, just for the record, I know Mr. Dugan has told him he will never get the opportunity even to go forward on a misdemeanor domestic violence protective order violation, because now there's 2 convictions. So any subsequent one is a felony. He also is an habitual felon. Defendant, I am not an habitual felon because there are no felonies on my record. Mr. Gibson, Mr. Gibson, we're not discussing your previous record. What the state is saying here is that if you have 2 convictions and you're convicted again, you will be an habitual felon. Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. The end, right there.
I mean, so she wanted.
What a bunch of nonsense, huh? All that to give me 15 days in jail.
Yep. Yep. And they get you.
And could you make sense of it? Did you make sense of all that? Did you? Because I sure as hell didn't to this day.
Is I could understand a little bit because I've watched a lot of it now, where they talk like the remanding. It's like time served remanding. What they try to do is if you have several different charges on you, where they try to kick them down because no matter what, they want you to plea out. Because if you
because they got worried when I interrupted. See, they got mad.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you had to win because I heard something about when O.J. Simpson won, had he lost a civil suit, but he didn't lose the criminal case. That blew everybody's mind because none of them sons of bitches got paid, and they were hot.
You see how they put that assault in there? They say assault on a female. I was like, whoa. There's no assault on a female. What are you talking about?
Or even the habitual offender. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Fuckers.
It's not even a felony. It's a misdemeanor.
Well, we're looking down the road here. We're going to project it. We're going to be psychic.
That's what they were doing. Yeah, that's what they were doing, looking down the road.
It's the Black Magic Robe Act.
What they were, my lawyer explained it to me afterwards, what they were trying to do would give me the impression that if I commit another misdemeanor, I will be an habitual felon, because they're going to make it a felony charge. That's what they're trying to do, scare me. Well, it doesn't matter. That's on the record now of the court. Now people are going to think I'm a felon, No.
And that judge actually says, I'm not going to give you, he's not saying I'm not going to give you probation. He's not going to give it to you because he's going to have you locked the fuck up for good.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Throw away the key.
Yeah. It wasn't you're not going to get probation for me again. I'm not going to put you on that. We're going to let that slide. No, he's saying he's going to have your ass locked the fuck up or put in the electric chair.
For sending a text message, by the way.
And you know what the worst part about that is? All that bullshit, all that rhetoric and bullshit about gonna do, hearsay this, nothing factual about anything that's happening except the 50 that you're on probation, what they decided from the other judge. They can't start this projection shit because if somebody's listening to that, that's the fucking mind fuck that they do to these people, that when you start to hear somebody and the attorneys are the best at it, because they'll chime in at the last minute and they have to move to strike the record, because whatever they say at the last minute, they know what they're going to do because they're implementing something in somebody's mind to get the wheels turning. And then they say, strike that from the record. Yeah. We can't strike it from their mind. Fuck the record.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. And that's all their little jargon. They call that what they call bench talk. It's all bench talk. Fucking bench talk on my ass. I couldn't believe when I
backhand my hand talk.
My mom said, keep talking. You'll be talking out of the side of your ass. Like your lips off.
I wasn't going to be able to let them talk over.
What did you
the thing of it is this.
The 15 days?
The bottom line is this. Now, check this out. This is where it applies today. You just heard it. I got 15 days in jail. That's what I got, weekends. I finished my weekends. They're trying to say I'm still on probation. No.
No.
I was done. That was my sentence, 15 days.
That's right. You have to make sure that you state that because, hey, this is not a continuation. You're going to.
No, that's why I got the 15 days.
Right.
I was to finish. Listen, if you listen. In the beginning, I was to finish the 1-year probation I was on, which I did, and then do my 15-day split sentence. That's what the sentence was. No, 2 years probation added on to that. No, where do you see 2 years at? Did you hear me say anything about 2 years probation?
Nope.
No. They're trying to say I owe him 2 years probation.
That should have all been in the same paragraph when he was talking for your sentencing. He should say, okay, you now are going to do the 15 days. After the 15 days, you're going to go back on paper. You're going to go into probate. Whatever you got to do, your programs or whatever, that all has to be put together. You just can't come in and conveniently add that because you think that your Black Robe Magic show is going to fucking, that's what you can do.
Well, that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say, after I did all that, I owe 2 years probation. No. Where does it say that? Nowhere.
Did you have
so that's why I got those transcripts.
Did you have to go back for a sentencing hearing, or was it all taken care of that one time?
No, it's all taken care of right then and there. Once I do the 15 days, when you do a remand, it's dismissed. It's dropped. That's what the statute says.
Yeah,
So,
because that's what remanded means to take back or pull back.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Redo. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we didn't do a redo. What I did was I did 15 days instead. And that was the agreement. They're denying it. They're denying it.
Oh no, that's right there in the lingo, because perfectly understandable if you just know a little bit, because when you remand it, that means they say, okay, we're going to take that back. And so you should, instead of doing 30 days, they gave you a sentence of 15 days and didn't do any probation or nothing. So that you serve your 15 days, put the file away, it's done.
Well, check this out now, guys. Check this out, right? I got a piece of paper here, right, signed by the judge that says probation terminated. Probation terminated. After I do my 15 days, signed by a judge. Yep.
The same judge even?
They don't know I got that paper. They don't know I got it. My lawyer gave it to me before I went in to do the 15 days. I held on to it.
Oh, yeah. I think I think I make about 15
copies of it.
What's that, Donnie?
Big bunch of copies of it mailed to everybody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because they're trying to say I owe them 2 years probation. I don't. No, I don't. You know?
Assholes. I didn't even hear him say anything about it except the fact that you were at the tail end of it from the previous time. Right.
Yeah, yes. I had 1 year. Yes, I was originally sentenced, like I said in the beginning, on August 31st to 1 year probation. And then I was finishing it, and I violated. That's what had happened. Okay? I violated.
Now I know what he's doing. He's going by because the previous judge, once you commit a crime and you're on paper, they have I don't know what the process is, you can be fully sentenced to the max for the first time and get your second time. Both of them. Because they give you the benefit to go on probation the first time when you do something. When you go break that probation, then the crimes you committed the first time come full circle again, and you will get jammed. They'll jam them right up your ass.
Yes.
And
it's a suspended sentence. Yes, but that's not the case here. That's why I did the 15 days. That's why I agreed to do the 15 days to terminate terminate that time.
So to
get rid of that suspended sentence because I was sick of it.
That's absolutely, yeah. See, that's not. They can't do that. That's like double jeopardy.
No. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So they know I got them over a barrel, but they keep dragging. They just gave me a continuance for tomorrow. I was supposed to go to court tomorrow. They gave me another continuance for another 2 months. You know.
They did.
Yeah. They're dragging it out. You know.
No, that's the worst part is because they want you to have to. They're going to try and get you somewhere jammed up because now they.
No. You know what they're waiting. No, you know what they're waiting for? They're waiting for the election to get over. That's what they're doing.
Absolutely. And they know that you're going to be talking and doing things. They're going to try and catch you in a jam. The longer you stay out of court, the better chance you got of getting fucked and doing something wrong again. So if you could,
let's put it this way: my chance is this: win the election and shove it up their ass. You know.
Watch them. You'll win the election, and then they'll come have you locked up.
I'll be like Trump. I'll be cell partners with Trump. Then we'll be governing the country from inside.
Exactly. I'm a prison number. These are how many votes I got.
Me and Trump. We'll do the podcast together. Hey, I got Trump here with me tonight, guys.
I'll tell you what, Joe.
That's not my prisoner number. That's how many votes I got this year, motherfucker.
Hey, what's that, Donnie?
Even if you lose, just say if you lose and you do a hell of a showing at the polls, believe me, they'll be kissing your ass.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Hey, guys, check it out. By rule, the incumbent by statute has to get over 50% of the vote. Otherwise, we have to otherwise we do a redo. We get a run again. A second. Yep. So he has to get over 50%. If he doesn't. Guess what? I get to run against him again.
You know what I'd be looking for? You say he's sitting at 6% right now. That son of a bitch, they're looking to wind up some.
Oh, I already got him beat. Yeah.
Wind them ballots
I got him beat already.
He's already got Hillary Clinton on line one, trying to figure out where she got her votes at.
Yeah, man. So hey, let's do it, man. Listen, guys, I gotta win though, man. I got to, man. I was thinking about it the past couple of days. It's been bothering me. If I lose, man. I'm putting everything into this, man. Everything. I mean, I'm talking about I'm going.
Hey, if you lose, Joe, you got to make sure you do one thing. You do put it all in there so that you can look back and say, you know what? I didn't fucking sell I didn't do it. There wasn't anything I didn't do that I could have made it to win. If you do it all, then you can, I mean, that's losing's winning, winning's losing too. But you know what? I
got to get more advertising out there. I got to get more signs out there. I'm doing the direct every night. I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning writing letters, man. Doing the direct mail. You know, I mean, filling out envelopes. Last night, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm filling out envelopes. I got a stack in front of me right here. I'm trying to do 200 a day.
What kind of signs do you need? Because I do vinyl graphics on cars and shit.
Those
what kind
14. They're the plastic, the yard signs. Those yard signs.
Okay.
They're 18 by 24.
How many of them do you think you need?
Oh God. How many can you get? If you can get me 100, if you can get me 100, man, that'd be great.
Dude, I'd have to go see
I mean, I got the layout. I can email you the layout, the specs to it, and everything. I got the printout.
Because I can put that right in my phone and put it in my cricket cutter.
Exactly, man. I'll pay for everything. I'll pay for the shipping and shit, you know.
I'll have to go steal all the fucking. I'll go steal Democrat signs here and fucking.
I don't be saying that. I don't know nothing.
I don't like it anyway. Fuck them. They ain't gonna be.
No, we're not being recorded.
We used to do that when we were kids. We get a pickup truck and drive around at election time, and everybody had the fucking thing stuck in their yard all the time.
Hey, that's a misdemeanor. You know, if you touch someone else's campaign sign, that's a misdemeanor.
We didn't steal them. We just relocated them.
No, you can't do that either. You can't touch. You cannot touch another person's campaign sign. You cannot touch it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm big on that, but I will not break the law. You know what I mean? I will not. No way. You know what I mean? Because I know they're watching me, man. They're watching me like a hawk.
Right. Back then they weren't made with the chicken wires, the little shit. Them things had like a what do you want to call it? A real estate thing, a bar system. You stuck it down the ground, have a piece of wood.
I wish Joe Montana was on here. If you remember, Cave, matter of fact, you were there. Remember a few months ago I told you how I thought people were watching me and shit? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we know why. Well, see how I know my shit, man? Huh?
You got to remember one thing.
Remember?
That guy's at 6% with the poll you took. I don't know how accurate that poll is or how often it's updated.
They called the voters and asked them, who would they vote for? They called them and asked who would vote for 250 people.
When would you check it, or when would you do another one to see where it's at?
Oh, God, it took 4.5 hours to do it that day, man. It takes a long time to call 250 people, you know, because people aren't home, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe other people don't want to talk to you. We really called about 600 people, you know, but we only got a hold of 250 people, you know? Man, we'll probably do another one. I'll do another one in a couple of weeks if I can get 3 or 4 people to help me out, you know what I mean? Because we call them and start talking to them and ask them, you know?
You ought to have some kind of, say like a cookout or something where you invite all the people that want to know what you're doing. You put some signs up or whatever, but just fucking hand out hot dogs.
Well, you do a breakfast thing where you meet them at a restaurant.
Yeah. So like a meet and greet type deal. Sign out, tell them you're a fucking famous, and you sign autographs, and you're here to save the world.
Listen to this. I called Lowe's today, actually, and they said, can I set up a table by your front door? They told me no.
They won't let either party do it because of the controversy.
But they let the Boy Scouts do it. They let the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts do it.
Because they're switching buckaroos. You know, they could put the girls are the boys and the boys are the girls. They can't just pick between the two.
There you go. Tell them I'm a Boy Scout. There you go. That's a good idea. I like that idea. Why not?
Scout cookies. Put a wig on. Tell them you're selling Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, man.
Well, you know, why not? I mean, do you guys know of any places that do that where they let you set? Now that I think about it, I don't think any place lets you set up a table to hand out literature.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a queers, or, you know.
How about your VFWs? You guys, the Republican guys, the guys down at the VFW, or your
that's an idea. Yeah, but probably back in the woods, though.
Well, it doesn't matter.
And then go
Most of
talk to
the
a deer.
places on the weekends, I mean, up here on the weekends they have something usually going on. They have a band or some bingo or something. The fuck's going on?
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm glad you reminded me. I got to send them a letter, actually, VFW, my town. I got to send them a letter. I typed up some good formats, man. Good letters, man. Good, nice little packets I put together.
Here's something.
You know?
Here's what you got to do. Here's what you need to do. How close are you to the nearest high school?
A good ways. Probably about 30 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you could call the school counselor and ask the counselor for permission to go in there and give a speech or, you know, to talk about politics to maybe the history teacher, somehow or another get in contact with.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Why not? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because you got
civics class if they got it.
Seniors in high school are going to be 18 years old. They're going to be able to vote.
Yeah, the principal would have to approve that. Yeah.
The principal, and then you'd have to probably talk to the history teacher.
Yeah, you know what? They might not with this neo-Nazi shit. They may not with this neo-Nazi crap. You know what I mean? Imagine news media getting a hold of that. Oh, my God.
But you know what? If they
Nazi
didn't do
teaching at the school.
If they don't do it, then they're being racist.
Yeah, but Donnie, imagine the media getting a hold of that Nazi teaching at the high school. Oh, Lord.
I'll get you a Goyim Defense League shirt, big G on it for Goyim. I'm in the Goyim.
Oh, my Lord. I can only imagine. Yeah, I'm going to work on that. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready to wrap it up, man.
You know what, though? That sucks, though, Joey. That sucks that you can't even, like, we're just sitting here talking about we got to try and fix this fucking country, and you got to try and get these kids, because we've already lost how many knows a generation or maybe more, but you can't even go talk to the people at the high school and the kids and trying to get them straightened around on what's happening in politics at the age that's going to matter the most for the remainder of our lives, you know, on the backside as we get older. These kids are going to be the ones.
I know.
And you can't even fucking talk to them because it's so fucking twisted up now.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's a narrative of just to fucking ruin everything. If it ain't their way, then we're all doomed. Fuck them. It sucks.
It's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. Look at all these text messages I got during the show. Oh, my God. I get hammered, man, by these Women's League, the Planned Parenthood, all these places. They text me because they want me to fill out questionnaires and everything, you know.
Oh yeah.
So,
what if you were to reach out to the recruiters in the area, the military? Maybe set up a table in front of them?
Matter of fact, I got a couple Navy SEALs that already reached out to me. They said they'd be willing to, you know, send out some emails for me and everything. I got one guy that's he's in Montana, actually. He's a Navy SEAL. He's running for office. He heard about me, and he sent me a big, long email. Because I know Taya Kyle from Chris Kyle, when that got killed, American Sniper.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to her. Right. Yeah, I talked to her all the time. Yeah, I talked to her all the time, actually. But she had started up an organization.
You couldn't set up a booth, how busy the recruiters are. I know the numbers are way down, but I'm just saying, where if you're sitting at the recruiter station and people are coming and going, you can address the kids or the people somewhere by a supermarket. It's got to have, most of the recruiting stations are like having in a strip mall.
Well, I know, that's what I'm trying to find, where I can set up a booth at the table, man, and get to know people, you know? I got to get out there and interact with people.
What kind of car you drive or truck?
I got a Ford Fusion, and then I got a Chevy Silverado pickup truck.
What color?
It's an older one. It's white.
Okay. Well, I got removable graphics I can try to make up. If you want to send me something, I can send you a cutout to put the graphics on the truck.
Yeah, that'd be nice, man. That'd be nice. Yeah. I'll tell you what. To be honest with you, though. The signs what I got to get more signs out there. I've already put out. I got a big land area to cover here in my district. It's huge. There's still, I'm getting beat up on the signs. They got more signs than me. I've been driving around looking, and they're just killing me. You know. For every sign, they got 5 to my 1. You know. They're killing me.
Okay, let me think about this tonight, because I'm gonna try and figure out what would be the cheapest way to actually make a sign other than that thing. Because I think if you bought, I'm trying to figure out if it would be cheaper to buy a shower curtain.
It's 83 cents a sign. It costs 83 cents to make a sign. 83 cents. That's the cheapest place you're going to find out there. 83 cents a sign.
You think that's pretty good? They're going to give you a little.
They make it. That's not shipping, though. No, not shipping. And then you got to get the stand too, the wiring stand. So they get you on that.
Right.
You know, now you got for $2 or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
And believe me, it adds up. You go 25 signs. Now you're, well, you know, look what you're looking at. You know, taxes, and then you go your shipping. You know, they kill you.
Yeah.
You know, 50 signs is like $480-something. So I've already ordered like 400 signs. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, man.
I wish I'd have known that. I could have fucking done it.
They kill you. They kill you, man.
Oh,
they kill
well,
you.
The graphic, the vinyl's not cheap, but the thing is, it's like my cutter is like $600. And I mean, it cuts so fucking fast. It'll cut a poster size. What you're talking about?
Oh, really? You got one of those cutters? Oh, damn.
Well, yeah, yeah. I got a Cricut. Yeah. So it's
damn.
It's fucking fast. So we can rip them out. Boom, 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 boom.
How do you do those graphics on there? How you lay out the graphics? How you lay out those?
Well, it depends on what the car. That's like I say in your truck. I mean, unless you got a cap on it, it's kind of hard not to do a truck. But down the side of it, like just like every day, or them magnetic signs that go on the side of doors. You really don't want to do your vehicle though. In political shit, I've started to find out.
I know.
A lot of people don't like. They'll throw shit at it or tear it up.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you, Tim. The key for me is yard signs, putting it on the corner of intersections. That's where they all at right now.
I just had an epiphany. How many wire coat hangers do you think you could come up with? Because if you could do something with wire coat hangers where you can eliminate that other fee for that stuff, and you have a smaller sign, but you have ton fucking more of them. They don't have to.
Yeah, I could do coat hangers. I could do coat hangers. Yeah,
and I'll
I see what you're talking about.
And stand out, that's the thing. But the simplest and easiest way, I mean, like I have a village thrift store up by my house, and I go up there all the time because I always find like these put together shelves or whatever. They got these little rods, and I always use these fucking things to build something, and shelves or whatever. But I get like these rods are like 16 inches long, ½ inch in diameter, and they can snap together. You can put 3 of them, boom, boom, make that horseshoe shape with the sign that goes in the middle. I have to drill 2 holes in it and put a zip tie in it. Done. Call it a day.
The signs got to be there. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that's not a problem. I mean,
I know they can't be blown around.
Wire coat hangers. Yeah,
trouble.
Yeah, they have to be a certain format too. You just can't write, "Hey, my opponent's an asshole" on there. You know what I mean? You can't do that. There's rules.
No, you send me your thing because it'll probably say your name, or say elect or something in the upper corner, and then it'll say your name, and then it'll say whatever your
That's
the party.
What it is.
Or,
I'll send you what mine look like. My signs. I'll email you what mine look like, and this way you can go from there. That's how it's got to say Joseph Gibson, NC House District 65. That's all you got to do. That's it. Okay. I mean, you can't put any campaign slogans on there. It's against campaign rules for a sign.
Well, you know what? You don't even really want to because that's not all you want them to do is see your name, and so closer to the ballot box you get, put your sign. You want them to. You want to be the last thing that they saw.
Yes, that's key. That's key. You're absolutely right. Because that's what they see. A lot of people don't even, when they go into the polls, if they see your name on that sign, bam, that's most likely they're going to hit you instead. You know what I mean?
So
unless they already met
the last sign they see, there might be a whole yard full of signs that are white, red, blue, green, yellow, but then you got the one that's acid green with big black letters.
Oh, yeah.
Joseph, that's what they remember that shit. That's the same thing that I just said about the attorneys doing to the fucking jury when they say something out of their mouth and then they say, I'll strike that from the record, because all they're doing is putting that little bit in there to get that brain working. And then when you do that with a sign, it's the same thing. That's everything.
Yeah, no, I know. I got you on that, man. Yeah, no,
Send me that.
All right, let me get going, guys. I got to get moving. I got a lot of shit I got to do, man.
All right.
All right, guys.
Good night. Layout, and I'll let you know what we come up with.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Be safe. God bless the Republic. And my switchboard's gone. I don't even know what to do here now. All right, I guess just hang up, man. I guess that's all I can do.
All right.
If I can hang up.